She's like, drink this and do not burp. So I drink this substance. I'm like, oh God. Immediately, I need to rip the biggest burp of my life. I go on this thing and then they strap you in. And then they're like, all right, now we're going to spin you. And so they start spinning you. They start rotating you. Eventually you're done. And I was like, she's like, yeah. And I go, and then she goes, all right, now take this. And then gave me laxatives. Get the shit out the
Now shit yourself.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trash Taste. I'm your host for today, Garn. Joining me once again are the boys. And we have a very special guest with us. Or is he a guest?
We have a guest.
Is it a guest?
A lot's changed since I was last here, guys.
Yeah.
I'm now Sunday Times bestseller.
Oh, God.
Sir Affable Lord Broad.
Are you also knighted now as well?
Knighted. I'm a samurai. What haven't I got? It's all changed.
Okay.
It has
I'm a new
been
man.
0 days since Chris mentioned he's an author.
When was the last time? So last time you came on was over a year ago. Was that before the book came out?
It was just
It was
before
just
the
before the book, yeah.
I've got a book out.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it's been a year already.
It's crazy, isn't
God
it?
damn.
Yeah.
Where does time go?
You've been a busy man.
Yeah.
In this previous year, I don't even know where to start. How about
we crack
the
open
Trash
the beer?
Taste beer
Yes.
that you have yet to try yet?
It's so I love the
Yeah.
branding. Very
Yeah.
decadent.
This is the first time you're trying our Trash Taste beer, right?
It is.
So it's
Yeah.
a pale ale. I'm
pale
not
ale.
a big fan of beer.
I do like pale ale.
Oh,
Cheers,
really?
man.
Okay, well,
Cheers.
cheers. Thanks for coming back on. Thanks for
Thanks for
coming
coming
back
back
Good to
on.
be back.
Good to be back.
Oh.
Yeah. How have you been?
For fuck's sake, I spilled some on me
Oh
already.
my God,
Fucking
guys,
disgrace.
can't take you anywhere.
Nonsense shirt, really? God damn it.
Not
This
much
thing
has
soaks it
changed.
all up. It's so thick and high quality. You can barely tell.
The delivery man came to my door this morning with a lens, and I opened the door. He was like, "Are you Chris Bread?" I was like, from Lord Broad to Chris Bread, choose your titles. This is good actually. That was good.
Okay,
Chris
you also
Bread.
brought some drinks of your own.
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
So,
Of course.
as you guys know, opening a bar in Tokyo this month, I thought if I can't have Trash Taste in the bar,
Have you announced it yet?
I have.
Okay.
Kind of.
Well, this will be out in like.
It's all
Yeah, yeah.
It's coming out, but yeah. Yeah, so I have.
Do you want to announce it right here for anyone
That's
who's
right.
not?
In case anyone misses out.
Yeah.
That's right. We've got a bar. I've got a bar with Charlotte opening in Shibuya
yeah.
in a day or two, and it's
Called
rather
Lost.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lost.
I just realised I've been looking at the wrong camera the whole time.
Yeah.
Again.
yeah.
Why do I make this mistake? Unbelievable.
How many times has it been on the show now?
I'm an idiot. But a bar's opening, and
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
we did like a Kyoto bar last year, right? It went really well, and I was like, it'd be cool to do that in Tokyo. But rather than do like a little event, we decided to go all in and actually like open
Yeah.
a real proper bar. And
It's in prime real estate as well. It's like
Yeah, right in the middle of Shibuya.
Right next to Content Corner.
next to Mega Don Quixote as well.
Which is good
Yeah.
because
Oh,
they're in like 2 months. They're banning the sale of alcohol in Shibuya after 6 p.m.
And where
Yeah.
you got to get your bar?
So,
where you get
yeah,
the drinks from?
exactly.
Where are you going to go?
Yeah. And what hours are your bar open, Chris?
So do you know like in Japan it's really hard to find a drink before like 5 p.m.
I am aware of
A
that.
common problem.
Yes, as a
Day
Brit,
drinking
as
is
a
not a
Brit
thing.
living in
Yeah.
Japan,
It sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
Right? I remember the good old days going like a pub midday, starting your drinks, finishing at like midnight, a few hours later. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like I want to do that. So the bar opens at about midday, and
nice.
Oh, wow.
hopefully it open at 11
nice.
a.m. actually.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I'm-
rejoice, holiday alcoholics.
yeah.
You can start your drinks at Lost.
I'm gonna sound. This is gonna sound bad because it is bad, but I think day drinking is kind of OP. I think.
I mean, all four of us agree
Okay.
to go to it.
No. As in starting with an early drink obviously gets looked down upon.
Fucking 240 right now.
Yeah, it's fucking 240. But I notice, I know every time you start the drinking sesh early, at least I do normally
very good.
end a little bit early.
Yeah.
As well. And so it just gives me like a little bit more time to recover. Whereas if I'm like drinking starting late and like staying up late, tomorrow's just fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember I talked to a mate who moved to Australia, and apparently day drinking is just part of the culture there because
100%.
the bars close really, really early. And he said that he preferred he preferred the day drinking than just the normal
It's one of
drinking
those
cycle.
sentences you can't say out loud.
I know, right? I know.
Like,
I have no qualms.
how strict is the HR policy here?
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. You
Yeah,
can't
12,
say.
12 p.m. is beer o'clock. You know?
Yeah,
That's when you
exactly.
crack open a
I don't
beer.
know, though. I mean,
Exactly.
it's part of the culture in the UK, is it not? Because we could sit out like in a pub garden
We
with someone.
have so many Americans who watch us, and I feel like the culture in America to drinking is very different. So I
Yeah.
feel like whenever you say like you enjoy, even like I like the taste of alcohol, like wow, what an alcoholic. You're like, no, I just what the fuck?
America
Yeah.
truly is broken. They can't drink
Yeah.
during the
And
day.
because they don't have what you've brought us. So,
Yeah, what
Yeah.
have you brought us?
So I've got some wine for Garnt. There you go,
Brilliant.
it's for you.
so we're gonna
And
drink
to
beer,
share.
wine, and presumably whatever
Wow,
else.
we're
Oh,
mixing
brilliant.
a bunch
We
of
did
shit.
a
We are
just
mixing.
stream with you, Connor, before we did the cycle, and I had like one or two of these,
We shouldn't have had this.
and it buzzed me at just the right point. It was like the point where like magic happens.
no, because we got later into the,
9%?
yes.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
So we drank
You have
one of
that.
these, and then that stream was one of those streams where we just say stuff that we probably shouldn't have said.
And that's where your clothes got stolen by
That was
Japanese
yeah,
folks.
where people
Mr. Beast, right?
which
Yeah.
is your fault. You're such an instigator. So did you see that clip?
No,
You didn't see this?
I don't think so.
So we were walking around in Sendai in like the red light district streaming with a big camera. And this girl comes up to us and goes, "Oh, what are you, YouTuber?" And she goes, "We're like, yeah, we're YouTubers." And then she goes like, well, "Like Mr. Beast." And then Chris goes, "Yeah, he's Mr. Beast."
And to be fair, I didn't think, oh, she'll definitely believe that.
No, I didn't think so
Mr.
either.
Beast walking the streets of Sendai on like a Thursday night.
It was like a Monday. It wasn't even like a good night. And then what ended up happening
Domino
was,
effect.
was the domino effect where
Of shit.
someone heard and then someone else heard, and I just started getting. You didn't see this?
There's a really scary moment where
There was like a horde of like people.
yeah,
running.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Down the
trying to
street,
grab
you heard
my
like
stuff.
Beasto,
Yeah.
and like 10, 12 like youths, the
And
youths
they're
of Japan
They started
came
like
running down the
grabbing
street.
all my clothes. Meanwhile, he was dying in the back laughing. While every Japanese person comes to me like, "Beast, stop, Beast!" And they start grabbing my stuff. They're like, "Can I have it? Can I have it?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Surely all white people look the same in Japan. Because you look nothing like him, bro.
They took your expensive jacket, didn't they? And your
No,
hat.
they took my Ralph Lauren scarf,
Oh god.
which I actually
Not the
which,
Ralph Lauren scarf.
Yeah, which a mod gave to me very kindly, and then it got stolen, and then they gave it to me again, the exact same one. So we're back. My
circle of life.
My limited edition Trash Taste tour hat was stolen.
Oh, was it? No.
He took it, and I didn't have the heart to say, "I'm not Mr. Beast. Give me it back."
Wait, why was he taking it anyway?
Because Mr. Beast gives away.
'Cause he's-
stuff,
'cause he's
God.
Mr. Beast,
Mr.
bro.
Beast gives away things.
Wait,
God.
but like that just sounds weird. So wait.
Whether
If
he likes it or
if
not,
you
he's
see
giving it
Mis-
away.
if you see Mr. Beast, it's just all hands go to
Yeah.
just rob him.
Yeah.
I'm guessing so. Yeah. I'm guessing
ripping
That's
off
just-
all of his
that's just-
possessions.
yeah. Mr. Beast walks the street and everyone just like fucking feral,
By
just
the end of
taking all the
night,
clothes.
he's just butt
Kinda.
naked.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it felt like. I think the people would just pillage him.
Yeah.
So much so much philanthropy.
What are we drinking first then? We're drinking the beer? We're drinking the strong.
We've already opened
mean,
the
I'm
beer.
already-
Got to drink some beer.
Let me
some beer.
warm up to this.
Let's
one.
line
This is 9%.
line our stomachs with the beer.
Yeah.
But this will take
That's
you.
how,
alcoholic
that's how
thing
it
you
works,
never said.
right? Yeah.
That was a really fun stream though, that Sendai one.
And it was thanks to this.
And Ryotaro.
And Ryotaro.
Ryotaro gave us a yakiniku bar that was just endless.
Yeah.
That was good. Apparently he told us that they'd gotten a ton of customers since
Oh, wow.
our stream. And
Nice.
a lot of good
Nice.
customers, so he's very happy.
Well, they cooked the beef for you, right? And then they.
They cooked it for us. That was good. I didn't want to have to cook it myself. Sometimes I'm just lazy. I don't want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder how much kickbacks Ryotaro got for taking us there. He's a very savvy businessman.
You think he got kickback?
I don't know.
He wasn't out the
With
can.
every mouthful of beef, I was like, "This is funding Ryotaro's wallet." Ryotaro, what you learn from Ryotaro is nothing in life is free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. So there's something going on there. But we had fun.
He was
That's
very
what
funny. He was great on the stream.
Yeah.
He had a good banter because you would just, every 5 seconds, you'd be like, "Go on, promote something else, Ryotaro." I felt bad for
You
him.
think I'm bad with my book? He's fucking next level. He's really bad.
I was like, "God damn, you going in on him?" But it was funny. It was a good stream. It was a really good time. And then my favorite part was when your book was out, obviously, and of course they turned you into a dictator in the month of April in the UK.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they
What are
basically
you on about?
every Waterstone store in the UK.
Oh,
in
I
April,
did see that.
They changed.
They
it
made
to
a
be
fucking
like
shrine.
every Waterstones had a shrine.
Yeah.
to his book.
Yeah.
200 stores around
And
the
of course,
UK.
it was
yeah.
during the
Wow.
cycle, so non-stop every day. Be like, "Look, another shrine." Show. And then you go look, and then we found this guy on Instagram who's like a TikTok comedian. I can't remember what his name was, but he released a book called "You're Rich, I'm Rich, You're Poor," and
Okay.
every day he would do an Instagram post being like, guys, we got to get to first to beat this Chris Broad fat guy. And he was loving it. Every day he'd be like, you're a Jean-Paul. Oh!
To be fair,
Still number 2.
to be fair, that book was awful. That book was awful. His book was awful.
Yeah, with a title like that.
One of these really like sketchy self-help books.
Oh, yeah.
I had
one of those.
a few celebrities like angry at me for like promoting
Yeah,
my
because
book.
every week someone would try to dethrone your book.
Yeah, like there was
Because you weren't
the
having it.
TV comedian Dawn French. Her book came out,
Right.
and mine kicked her off number 1. And she was like, "There's a Raw in Japan book." And then I had a chat with her on Instagram. I was like, "If you ever come to Japan, I'll show you around." She was like, "That'd be lovely."
Oh, okay. Making friendships.
So making friendships. Rich I'm poor man didn't want to.
Yeah, rich man, poor man.
It was all in.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Wait.
You never
So
got first, you
which
never got
which
first.
book did dethrone the?
I know
Chris
which one it
Broad?
was because my mum bought it.
Is it the ultra processed?
Yes. My mum and my brother bought it. It
is
was
it?
something
Damn it.
about ultra processed foods.
Ultra processed
Kind of
foods.
took over.
That
the
was
UK.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mum bought it,
Damn.
and my mum also showed me that she was reading your book, but she didn't buy it.
Your mum's part of the problem. My sales weren't
she
high.
got it from the library.
Unbelievable.
And then she showed me the picture of the inside of the book. She was the first person to take it home.
Oh, what is a brand new book?
There was, to her credit, there was 5 of them at the library. All right. There was
So she buys ultra processed people, but not the abroad Japan.
My
book.
brother definitely bought that
Ah,
book,
right.
but my mum, I think she might have rented it.
Connor sent me a photo of him like in front of like a bookstore in Wales. Like, what is this filth in front of my book?
Yeah, it was.
It was cool though.
It was in like,
Yeah.
it was in Conway.
Conway.
I did see your book actually
Conway
in a bunch of Kinokunias around Tokyo as
cool.
well, like in the English section. But I also saw.
I
I also
The
saw.
dustbin.
I also saw your book in about 4 or 5 different book offs as well.
Is that good?
Just like
Oh, it's the second.
It's a second-hand book.
Yeah.
You fucking
In the English section, I was like,
Presumably, once you've read it, I
Yeah.
mean, you don't.
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
looking book though. Put it on the shelf.
well, yeah.
Put it on the coffee table.
But yeah, I would go to the English section, and because your cover stands out so much, I was just like, oh, I know that one.
Yeah, it does stand out a lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
It's very
why
bright.
easy to
Yeah.
notice.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But
But
did
no,
do a good job with the cover.
yeah, a really cool guy, Matt Saunders. I met him years ago, and I was like, if you ever, he did like Stephen King's books.
Oh shit.
And he watched Abroad in Japan. I was like, if you ever want to do my book cover, and I waited 5 years, and then the moment to strike came, and he did it.
Hell yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
it's a big part of why the book did well, to be honest. 'cause
Was
it
the book
looks so
worth
nice.
the time effort? Because I remember the first cyclethon.
Mm.
You were like pulling your hair out, like I can't. I've got 2 pages. I've done nothing. And you like it sounded like this book was going to be a disaster when you were explaining it to
Yeah,
me.
no, I'm happy with it. I think there's like flaws in it. Like we had to try and pack 10 years into the book, right?
Yeah.
Because it sounds nice. 10 years in Japan. But like meant the first 3 quarters of the book are the first 3 years in Japan. The last quarter's the other 7. And it's like a speed run of like, Kim Watanabe, tsunami, explosion. Like it was all kind of like speed run.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it missed a bit out.
My mum said it was
Result.
funny.
That's good.
So she's enjoying it. So.
Good.
Well, unfortunately, you can't control the pacing of your life. You know,
No.
you can't be like, yeah, the content in my life is perfectly paced for every year. Actually,
It seems a bit unfair to like write a review being like the pacing was shit.
I saw one bad review. It was like, there's no mention of Connor and Joey. What's going on?
Really?
2 stars. And I was like,
That's fair.
Did Connor write this review? What is
You
it?
found out alt account.
I saw you. Didn't you pay someone to write
did.
a review
To
of
pay
the
someone to
book?
write a review.
Wait, what?
So I did this video on Fiverr where I just bought a bunch of stuff, and I thought, I'll pay someone to review your book. And it took me like 7 sellers before they would agree to read your book. I couldn't.
What?
I genuinely, they refused to buy the book. I was like, I'll pay for the book. Like, just read it. And then they wouldn't do it. And then I found some people who reviewed kids' books, and I was like, no, I assure you, it's for kids. And they refused because it wasn't for. And I eventually found one British woman who reviewed it, and I was like, could you please write like a funny review?
Funny review.
And then she gave me one that sounded like ChatGPT and one that was kind of funny.
Mm.
She was like, I thought this book was going to be a bell end in Japan. It was actually pretty nice.
I'll take
Something
that.
along
So it was
those
a
lines.
nice review.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a very favorable review. I told her, I was like, don't hold back. I was like, be mean if you want to be mean.
Yeah.
But no, so I spent like $50.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Pay someone to read Chris's
Did
book.
I get any of that money then? Buying the book? Did you buy any books for this?
Yeah, I had
or-
to buy the book. So you would have got it.
Good man.
Yeah, so congrats.
got the good work.
How much do you get per book?
Like a penny. I've got nothing. you don't make any money from books. Don't write a
But
book.
you get the
Yeah.
prestige.
You get the prestige. And it was the #1 best-selling non-fiction book in the UK for 6 weeks from April to May, which is insane for a book about Japan, right?
Yeah.
That people would be like, oh, what's this? And like, interestingly, a lot of people don't know who I am. And I get people like buying the book, going, I never knew who he was. So it's kind of, it does lead to views, I think.
I mean, I feel like the interest in Japan has never been higher thanks to like social media now. It's not just like YouTube anymore.
trash
It's
taste.
like everything. It's
all
TikTok.
It's TikTok.
It's TikTok.
TikTok.
There's a place.
Why
Top
Japan?
10, top 10 hidden bars in Tokyo.
Why Japan is living in the future?
It's the one I sent you today.
Oh,
It was
so
like,
annoying. Don't.
why is nobody talking about these boats in Japan? And it's the one Connor and I rode on was sick all over. And it's like, nobody's talking about it because it's shit. It's just a boat. Why? Because it's a boat in Japan. It doesn't make it good.
I very much realized that the boats in Japan were almost the worst way to get around, unless you have a car.
Right.
You want to that you want to get from Hokkaido to wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it's the more expensive than the Shinkansen, and it's just not fun. There's not a whole lot to do on
It was your idea. Stupid ferry.
It was a good video.
Awful.
We had a bath in our room. That was amazing.
I was so sick I couldn't stand up on this ferry. I had to like lay down the sofa
We had a
for
good
10
time.
hours. And
We
the
had a
moment
good
I
time.
like sit up, I was like feeling physically sick again.
That's
So I
what
had
the
to,
bathtub was for. It was actually for all the sick.
Yeah.
It's like the bucket's not big enough.
Also, like getting to a dock is actually like really annoying. Like getting docks are not obviously
True.
a place at the ocean,
Yeah.
and no trains go to the fucking dock a lot of the time.
Right.
But we were in Hokkaido. That was at the one train station that like went to the dock, because when we landed, when we got in Sendai, I remember we had to get a taxi. We had to wait like fucking 50 minutes for a taxi to show up. So
Connor's first world
shit.
problems.
No, I was just thinking. I was like,
I have to wait for my luxury ferry for 45
no,
minutes.
just- you think like you could just get the Shinkansen, which just does everything
Yeah,
easily.
that's true.
And then the boat, you're like, why does no one ride on this? Because every aspect of this is slow and shit.
Yeah.
Like there's
But if you're like a tourist though, right? You know,
magical.
maybe you want the
magical.
slow and it's like a magical thing because
maybe
it's
you're
in
just-
Japan.
Yeah, also
so,
maybe
very
you're just like
few.
bored
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Shinkansens. You've ridden so many Shinkansens. You're like, I want a different way of getting around.
yeah.
I want to see it from a different angle.
I think that it's a very, very niche case. I mean, that's why it's becoming
Yeah.
less popular. But
Yeah.
But why is no one talking about it?
Why is no one talking about ferry? This is so good, actually. We should stock this in the bar. Where can we buy this?
You can buy. Is it still available? Nabi.
Oh, fucking hell. You can't even...
Well, actually, you could probably talk to them. They could probably like.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
try and get you
Yeah.
some, I guess.
Get some.
Yeah, they actually
give them a call now.
They'll be able to.
Give him a call now.
A business deal is
Yeah.
happening
Yeah.
mid-podcast.
Can we get them
I want
stocked up in
10,000
the
units.
abroad
No,
in Japan bar?
It's really bloody good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good. This is a company that Modus. They had just had beers that you would just buy in like any store.
Yeah.
in Australia. It was a really good craft beer.
Yeah, actually, we
So it was really. They made an amazing.
It's
beer.
pregnancy warning there. Alcohol will kill your baby. What
yeah,
is
there is a pregnancy.
That's pretty
warning.
grim.
What do you mean? We have that in the UK.
Yeah.
All right then.
also, it's true.
Also, I don't know if you know that you shouldn't drink while pregnant. Generally.
I never been pregnant, mate.
Okay. Well, you know.
Good to know.
So maybe you come to not the abroad in Japan bar Lost,
yeah.
to maybe try some of the trash taste beer if we can
If we can
complete
get
this
'em.
deal by the end of this podcast
We
episode.
make
Who
deals
knows?
happen here on the
We're making
podcast.
calls right now.
I'll
So-
give you
the
a
best
briefcase and use 10s and 20s.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Vessi. Boys, you should already know by now. Trash taste, we love Vessi. We wear it all the damn time. Rain, sleet, snow, or shine, I don't care. I'm wearing Vessi every chance that I can get. Why? Because it's comfortable and perfect for everyday use.
Joey, are these new Vessis they just sent us?
That's right. Those are the courtside
Oh my
classics.
God.
Gone. The newest urban living shoe with the classic vintage look. The courtside classic is a court-inspired shoe that keeps you look sleek and simple with a high aesthetic vibe. It has padded tongue and collar for a feeling of effortless comfort. Perfect match for daily adventure in the city. It's an easy-to-wear waterproof shoe with maximum versatility so you can embrace the rain and relax in style for all types of weather.
You know, this is the perfect shoe since apparently Japan can't decide if we're going through a typhoon or if we're going through heat stroke.
Sure.
So this is going to be good for every single weather we go to.
We pretty much only wear Vessi, and I'm very glad
Yeah.
that we finally got another shoe in my size that I can wear right after this ad read.
And guys, I just came back from America. We had a boating trip where we took my parents out, but you know, the one problem was that I was always worried about my shoes. So this would have been perfect for that boating trip. I
Well,
went
Garn,
on.
your next boating trip will be made even better thanks to these Vessi shoes.
So, make the most of the city life with vintage style comfort sneakers. The courtside classics. Discover more fantastic styles at vessi.com/trash taste. Get your pair today to get an automatic 15% off your first purchase at checkout and be ready to stay cool and dry. Smash that link and choose down below to get Vessis today.
Back to the episode.
So what was the approach of your bar? Because we went to Chris's bar opening. Unfortunately, Joey couldn't make it that day. But the first thing I noticed is that your bar is, I've heard about hidden bars before, but your bar was so hidden, I went to the wrong bar.
Brilliant. What a great pitch for our bar. A bar so hidden nobody can find it.
It's so good.
I thought it was cool. I thought it was cool when I figured it out, but I was like, it's called Bar Lost, but you couldn't see where the writing was. So it's hidden behind a gacha machine, right? Where you literally have to open up the gacha machine.
It's fucking heavy as well.
And
It takes like
heavy.
3 people in a truck to move that door.
Damn.
But you need to open the door to get in.
Is that why it's called lost? Because you get lost before you find
That wasn't the intention. That's literally the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
It took Natsuki, 10 minutes to realise it was not a machine, it was a door. To be fair, he bought, so the gacha machine's real. We have all Japan merch. Charlotte has some cool merch.
Yeah.
And Natsuki bought my merch, went, very cheap, and just slagged off my merch for 5 minutes. And then he's like, where's my merch? And he was angry that we weren't stocking his sketchy ass merch.
Yeah.
And then he was like, door? This is a door? And then he started pulling it, but it's on a fucking rail.
Yeah.
Because it's heavier than an elephant, so you need to push it. And he was trying to yank the door off and it was like trash the bar.
The best part was you missed Natsuki's speech.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine, but
It was the scariest speech.
Everyone in the bar was listening, and he was going on a bit because he's a little drunk.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Don't vote for don't vote for Kamala Harris." Everyone went like, "What?" And he goes, "Don't vote for Trump." Everyone goes, "Okay." He goes, "Vote for Natsuki."
I nearly died.
Yeah.
Charlotte gave a speech. I gave a speech. And then it was Natsuki's birthday. Well, happy birthday, Natsuki.
Yeah.
And he turns around and
Drop the
just
glass.
he
immediately.
Dropped the glass. Immediately.
Luckily, it didn't smash though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Lost bars, we use nothing but the finest glasses, as you'll discover. And they just went, today, not Harris. And Charlotte went, Natsuki. And I was like, cancelled speed run. Well done, Natsuki. Oh, great birthday. And then luckily mentioned Trump and himself, and it was like, fuck for that. Right?
Luckily, it wasn't a live stream. It was only filmed.
It's a good time. Good bar.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
Can't
good
wait to have
bar.
more.
Yeah. What drink should the users get? What's your drink of choice?
What's the selling point?
Well, you'd like it. All the drinks named after shit you've done. One of the drinks is called Too Much Volcano.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Did you have that one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I had that one.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Lot
We've
of
changed
tequila.
the flavour. Yeah,
Lot of tequila.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
My one legacy in this bar is it's the worst drink.
Yeah, it's like inebriation speed run, and it's like tequila and then like a rim of chili or something.
Oh, wow.
See.
Tahini, right.
Yeah, I didn't like it. We've tweaked the recipe so it's not just a bucket of tequila.
Okay.
But all the drinks are named after a thing like a magic, which is like a Moscow Mule with lavender.
Yeah. Oh, you remember this time?
Oh, yeah.
Chris, halfway through the night, Chris got pretty inebriated, and I was like,
I don't remember.
Chris, what drink do you recommend? He was like, Moscow Mule, whatever that's called. And I was like, drink? Did you not make that, Chris? Did you not make this menu? And he was like, and he just couldn't remember any of the names of the drinks that he made.
Fucked. One of the drinks is called Go Fuck Yourself.
Yeah.
So all night. The staff are people get up the staff are going, go fuck yourself. And the staff are like, what? So that was a bit awkward. I don't know what's in that one. It's just pure, awful, strong drinks. The drinks are good though. The drinks I know I'm not selling it.
Their drinks were good.
The drinks were good.
We made them better. You didn't get to try the cheese board, the cheese plate.
Oh, you had a cheese plate? Of course.
That's the only thing I wanted in a bar. That's the main reason I started a bar, because you can't get good British cheese in Japan.
Sure.
Have you not seen that they have 7-Eleven now? They have a camembert sandwich.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Where's that in the bar?
We'll stop camembert sandwiches. But we got this really nice Wix mature cheddar cheese, and not like Japanese cheese boards. We've had them here when I came last time.
Yeah.
It's like a slither of camembert
Yeah.
and a dusting of shit. And so we've got like a big plate of cheese.
Actual camembert.
A board in Japan size.
You should call it a simple meal.
A simple meal.
Could I get a simple meal, please?
Do they know the context of that?
That's an inside joke.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah. I've only just heard about a simple meal since I wasn't there on the trip.
Yeah.
So basically, the TLDR is that Chris invited our friend Manu out for a meal.
old
but
Manu.
prefaced that he was feeling sick and didn't want want to eat much. And then Manu, in his German accent, proceeded to tell a story about how Chris took him for the most insanely large meal of his life, and then went out for drinks and cigars. Yeah. But then he was just laughing. He goes, and he said it was a simple meal.
Good times.
So
Good times.
good.
We'll have to get over being sick somehow.
Well, that, and that was because then we went in that one trip. We went to the Hokkaido trip was so good. We went to that one bar where it was just Wagyu caviar, and it was just endless.
Oh,
was
yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
And we drank so much sake.
That was a simple meal.
That was a simple meal. That was good. We ate so good that whole trip.
Hell yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done a lot. We done a lot. Where do we even start? Which things?
This
we-
year. This year. And
Yeah.
like got to hang out with Garn, actually do stuff in videos and stuff. this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
hell
We
yeah.
are.
Wait,
Well,
take it for granted? Actually canon
Take-
now?
Oh,
He
I
was
went through a
running
typhoon with you guys. Basically, that was a great experience.
All right.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah, that happened this year. I forgot that happened this year as well.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
this
the
year,
biggest one, and we did so much marketing for it as well. We went like the video we made was funny too. We still did the tubathon. People
tubathon.
still want the tubathon.
Do we have to? I'm
You
not
want
actually.
to? You wanted to do it.
Wait, hold on. Describe the tubathon.
He kept.
What do you think a tubathon
He
is?
kept-
You're just going to sit in a tub for 24 hours.
Yeah, he wanted to do like a hot tub stream where we just sit.
You're
in
going
a
to turn
hot
into a
tub.
fucking prune by the end.
Yeah.
He wanted to do a stream where we sit in a hot tub for like 8 hours and have guests come on for like an hour
It's for charity, Joey.
Yeah.
for charity.
Charity.
I'll turn myself into a human prune.
He
for
still wants to do this.
charity.
Well, now you sound like you don't want to do it, but on during
Well,
the
no,
whole
because
cycle-
I said you were like, we're going to raise more money for charity. We'll do another cycle. I was like, no, why do cycling for 2 weeks? We
No,
can
no,
sit in
no,
a
you
hot
don't
tub
want it.
and raise the same amount of money, right? It was like a scientific, clever.
No, because then during the cycle you kept talking about how you want to do it.
Because I was dirty and sweaty from the cycle.
Oh my!
I needed a fucking tubathon for 2 weeks.
But-
Clean off all the sun cream and shit.
Yeah, we had Garnt join on the cycle.
Yeah, and I think I joined on the worst day.
You
right?
joined on
You
the
did.
worst
It's the
day.
only bad day, really. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris was telling me about the video that he's making for the cyclethon,
which should be out.
which should be out right
It's not me this time, it's on Paul.
Better be
All
out.
right, all right.
I'm gonna
And you
fucking
can't ask,
snap
when
his
when
legs.
Paul's editing something, you can't be like, is it done yet? Oh, it's done when I show you
I'm
it's
gonna
fucking
text him.
done.
I'm
I'll
gonna
tell
text
you.
him right now,
I'll
'cause
kill you. And
He's
he'll-
holding up my video.
You got to be. You can't ask him when the videos come out.
Yeah,
You
apparently I had the only depressing day of the entire cyclethon, and every other day everyone was just having like sunshine and rainbows and so much fucking fun.
You brought the British weather.
Yeah. I brought the British weather with me.
can't. I think your day's my favourite day actually.
Yeah, me too.
Because
What do you
it was
mean?
good banter, but like there's a really nice moment. My favourite bit in the whole video, I think, is where we're pouring rain. It's like Noah's Ark,
Yeah.
fucking insane. And then we go inside this okonomiyaki pancake restaurant. We're huddled over the pancake and the rain like falling outside. I don't know, it's really romantic. But you were there.
Yeah,
you sort of ruined it,
I mean, the okonomiyaki
Oh my
was
God,
so
yeah.
good.
Ian was like, I know like a little mum and pop shop. And I'm like, sure. Went in there and it was literally just like 3 grandmas.
Yeah.
And they made
Oh, that's how you know it's going to be good.
That's
it so
Yeah.
good. And they gave us this little corner. It was great. And they had the okonomiyaki was amazing. The cheese was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just what we needed. But we were still terrified to go outside.
I mean,
went to the-
character building, right?
Yeah, then
it's
we went
character
to the
building.
hardware store to go and buy new clothes. We were like, please, anything but to go out in the rain. And it was so bad. It was so
All
bad.
I thought of that day, cycling in the rain, wind, rain, awful mud, everything. I just pictured Joe in his hammock, in Tokyo, like, oh, you mate, having his fucking trash takes beer in his hammock while we're all getting soaked in the rain.
Yeah.
Where what? No, I was in Australia.
You're in Australia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Chris
No,
could.
your friends are visiting here. That's what you told me.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, I had family visiting. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, Chris could not.
So
talk.
I was actually
Excuses,
in a
mate.
hammock with my family drinking
They
sake.
wouldn't have minded if you were gone for a day.
No, they minded.
No, I don't know. I don't think
minded.
they'd have minded.
Are you going to join the next cyclethon?
Or is there another cyclethon?
There
Yeah,
will
that'd
be,
be-
just for you.
I'll join the tubathon.
Wait, you got to join the cycle. You can come with Khan.
No, because with Garnted, there's going to be pissing down rain. He brings the British weather.
Oh.
Excuses, mate.
Yes, maybe.
Excuses.
what
I'll give you
what
a
happened
hard
on
name.
Journey Across Japan that this man doesn't want to get on a bike ever again? What did you do to him,
What
Chris?
did we do to you? Made you write a rap about jelly?
Yeah, that was that. Well, no, it was the first cyclethon, right?
Yeah,
was
you
tough.
did cycle a bit.
Yeah, a bit.
Just a bit.
For like 10
We
minutes.
did a lot, to be fair. Maybe that's a bit.
Just a bit. Just a bit.
But no, it was a really good cyclethon and it ended, superbly.
Yeah.
Tokyo Tower.
And every day we did a slightly less distance, which I think was good because I don't think any day I particularly, except for the second to last day, which is the Fuji day, which is crazy. That was crazy.
Still can't believe, I remember when Felix joined and he like just drizzled lube all over the bike.
Yeah.
And for the next like 3 days, my handlebars just didn't operate.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's a funny joke, haha, lube.
Yeah,
When he was doing it to your bike, I was like, yeah. And then I discovered he'd done it to my bike, and I was like, you fucking what?
Felix
You what,
was a
mate?
menace. He like made my bike look like a kids bot bike. Like a Dora the Explorer bike too.
Well, we got the Welsh flag on there.
He did.
That was cool.
Using at the end.
Yeah,
That was cool. But a lot of the other stuff was very impeding.
Yeah.
Because for about a day, I was like, what is that noise on my bike? Turned out it was like the horn he attached made a slightly like shaking noise constantly.
God.
It was driving me up the wall. I didn't know what it was. So
Menace.
I took them off, yeah.
Yeah, like 3 days, my brakes just didn't work. Because he'd like covered the brakes and the chain like in lube. I was like, isn't that just dangerous?
That is really dangerous.
Karma did strike though, because after he did the lube start, like about an hour later,
He fell over.
He fell off his
he did
bike.
fall over.
and Connor and I were like, oh, who deserved this? There was no like.
He made fun of me.
No
'cause the moment
empathy.
he fell, I just turned around and grabbed the camera and pointed it like perfectly. in front.
Just stood in the silence
I
while
was
he
like
laid on
watching
the
him on
road.
the floor. I was like, because normally it's me falling, so I didn't fall a single time this time. But you fell,
You fell.
which is
I saw the
You're-
clip of that.
His fault. His fault.
No, it was not.
He did it. Sabotage, ladies and gentlemen.
It was so funny. He was like giggling, laughing. So he's like giggling, laughing because we were like I don't know why we were making fun of
We're in
like
a lovely little village.
we were
in
making
a
fun of like
mountain town.
TV presenters or something. And then he's like, oh, and then like clips the back of my bike with his tire. And then all I hear is this Looney Tunes crash noise behind me. And then I just see him on the ground, and me and Natsuki start dying laughing. It was
Such
so
great
funny.
friendship.
As
Natsuki-
you should.
My leg was like covered in blood. It was like
It was
it was
so
an
funny.
old mountain village
Right.
from the Nakasendo style trail. They have to walk from Tokyo to Kyoto. So the road was like all little rocks.
You're right.
Yeah.
The one place you don't want to fall.
Yeah.
And my knee got like ripped off, and like the trousers like rubbed in with blood. And Natsuki is just like, for like an hour. No helping, nothing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that restaurant that night? That Italian one we went to, where it was just one guy.
Vaguely.
And it took like 15 hours to get our
Oh
food.
yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So there's this Italian restaurant, and there's obviously 8 of us in the crew, and we all went, and it turned out the guy was the one-man army.
Oh shit.
Oh.
So we'd order like a main, we'd order like the whole everything in one go.
Yeah.
And, like some of the mains would come out first, then someone would get the starter. The guy was struggling. I felt bad. It was like
He did
we
his
were
best.
just tired. We were like, can we go home? We just want to leave now.
Damn.
He gave it his best shot. But
Yeah.
no, it was cool. And then the big old finish at Tokyo Tower was pretty epic as well.
Yeah.
It was good. It's going to be a hard cyclethon to top.
I
don't like redoing stuff, and it's going to be really hard to try and find a way of going beyond that, right?
Yeah,
really know
I
what
definitely feel
Tokyo
that.
Sky
way.
Tree next.
Tubathon.
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 But I also just like doing it. I think it's just fun.
We're ending at a bigger tower.
The bigger tower.
It's true though. Like I would do it for fun. Like, I really enjoyed the third one. The first
so
one,
fun.
the first cyclethon is still my favourite because Hokkaido's hands down the nicest place to cycle.
And it's just beautiful.
Even though I nearly killed you one day
You did.
because
Yeah.
you made me get up early or something. The second cyclethon was just shit.
Yeah, it
and
was bad.
No way fun. The fact I had to listen to Stalin audio tapes to get through.
That's
You
what
didn't
got
listen
you
to-
through.
You didn't listen to Stalin one time this time.
No
That was
Stalin.
impressive.
No Stalin.
No
That's
Stalin.
how you know you had a good time. Yeah.
I enjoyed every moment of this one.
And we got to meet Pete from the future as well.
What?
from the future.
Remember, we met Pete in
Oh,
Iwakuni.
gross. Yeah.
We met Pete from the future.
What?
Peter's in Premier 2.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we sat down in this Italian restaurant, which we were pumped about because we just wanted to eat pizza and pasta after that was the
Calm
day
low.
before the miserable day.
Right.
So we really wanted to just.
Oh, that's the day before I came.
Yeah, it was Iwakuni's famous for having a massive military base.
Well, I didn't know this until I got on the plane and there was like more foreigners than there
Yeah.
was
Oh, yeah.
Japanese
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Massive American base.
Yeah.
And we sat down in this Italian restaurant, and this big guy, like quite chubby, very like loud American. He goes, "Hey guys, what are you drinking?" And we're like, just Coke. He's like, "If you get the wine, get all you can drink right now. It's more worthwhile." And we were like, "All right."
That man had been there many, many times.
He's like, I know the menu. And he started talking to us all night. And
He was retired.
he was an architect for the military bases.
Wow.
So he like designed them, and he was going off. But he told us all his life story and his wife that he doesn't see.
It's kind of awkward.
It was very.
It was
We were
a
all,
nice
we were all
man.
just like dead, but he was really nice. We were like, but it was very much like Pete energy, where
Right.
like it was like unbridled conversation. But it was very, it was very wholesome. He was very nice though.
I don't remember you interacting with him at all.
No, I didn't.
I let you let
I was
like
in the
Paul
thank
and
God,
Ian take
I
one.
was
for the
in
team.
the corner like of the 3 chairs, and I was dead. So I was like pizza, fries, pizza. Well, they were stun locked.
Right.
They would be like, all right, time to have a bite of. Oh, okay, all right, sure. What do you want to say? it was yeah. We were lucky we were sitting on the edge.
Do you have a trash taste shirt I could wear? This is making me extremely hot.
Do we
have
one?
a trash
might-
t-shirt?
We have a lot of clothes
A
on.
Yeah,
rag,
yeah.
a rag will suffice.
Yeah.
I don't know what is in this fabric, but it's like
I think it's just hot in
it's
general
like heat
right
tech
now.
and I feel
Yeah.
like I need a tubathon right now.
Any other memorable moments from this cycle? There
it's
were a lot,
rubbish.
but it
Yeah.
was
Legoland.
Oh,
But you probably talked about that a
Legoland?
lot. there.
No,
Yeah, we've already
Legoland
told that
where
story.
he,
Yeah.
Chris tried to murder a child.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Tried to
yeah.
waterboard a child.
Yeah.
You told us about that.
Well, he put up a fight. You know, if he'd submitted,
self-defense.
If he submitted,
if he'd laid down his flag,
Empire.
if he'd laid down his flag, you know, it would have been.
If he submitted.
He was trying to chop the water with a sword.
Was that the kid that tried to kill me
He
after?
tried to run up
But
to
his
you
mum was like, "No, son, not today. He'll be back in 10 years. I'll be like a book signing for another bloody book, and he'll turn up
That
with
was
a
really good.
Yeah.
sword."
Legoland was fun. It made Nagoya somewhat tolerable because Nagoya was just
Shit.
so bad.
Don't get an Nagoya. Is that a shirt?
That is
we
a
got a
shirt.
shirt.
We got
All right,
I'll be
an
back.
after dark shirt. All right.
This episode is sponsored by Shopify. Boys, when I started a drip company, my first thought was, man, I love these designs, but how am I going to sell it to people all over
That's
the
what I
world?
was
Like,
saying.
I don't have a physical store.
How?
I don't know how to sell things online. What am I supposed to do? Well, luckily, Shopify was there to help solve all my problems.
Guys, if you want to be an entrepreneur like Joey and be the CEO of your own company, but don't know where to start, Shopify has got you covered. Whether you're selling clothing, candles, soaps, TV monitors, I don't know. The world is your oyster with Shopify.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet and the not so secret with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going to change. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. And guys, remember that businesses that sell more sell on Shopify.
So what are you waiting for? Upgrade your business and get the same checkout nonsense users. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/trash to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/trash.
Back to the episode.
It doesn't help. I've been wearing that shirt for like 4 days, and
What?
sort of
What?
it's like the only nice shirt I have.
You call other people dirty. Dirty
I need to take a clothes shopping
The same shirt for 4 days in this summer?
I've had a lot of important events this week. I've got one shirt that fits. It's that one. So I've got this now.
Meaning any royalty again? Or
Yeah.
What's on the agenda now?
Yeah, what's next? Where do we go? So you haven't talked about your
Okay,
little royalty trip.
gonna come up,
Yeah,
so-
it was gonna come up. All
I
right.
see so many clips of Connor like, he won't stop talking about it. He won't stop. And I've only mentioned it like one time publicly.
before you went, it was every time you'd bring it up.
Because you were there a lot before I went.
Oh,
I was doing a
okay.
lot of stuff with you.
To be fair, I would.
It's a flex. It's a flex.
Listen, it's okay for you to bring it up. I'm just saying you brought it up a lot.
I don't know if you guys have this every February or March. I'll be with Connor. We'll be doing a shoot. Connor, Paul. They'll be like, you've probably heard by now. I've won a streamer award. I'm going to LA, the city of angels. You've probably heard of it. And we have to be like, oh, that's great, man. Well done. He
That
won't
does-
stop
no,
talking
that
about it.
does not
It's
happen.
the same.
Actually, you'd be surprised, but no.
No,
Well, I
don't.
found out
He only
today.
does it to you.
I found out today that he's flying to LA next week, and I'm like,
don't.
what?
I don't talk about it.
It's just me. It's just Connor and I.
I don't know. It's about the
trying
Welsh.
to one up each other.
The
so-
Welsh were a little more humble. We keep some civility.
I saw I saw an article today about the Welsh. It was like, Welsh photographer takes photo of secret animal, then discovers it's a discarded wig. It's just a fucking wig in a field. And
Listen, we're not known for our photography. Okay, we're not known for our photography.
Oh,
all right? Okay, we were known for other stuff. Not photography.
Such a good
It's like,
article.
what is that?
It's like Wales Online. It's like the news in Wales.
my
I need
God.
drink.
We don't have a whole lot going on.
Discarded. A secret animal never discovered by science. Oh, it's a wig.
I need to see this. Fucking hell.
You know,
You
in
bring it on.
England, there's like turmoil. They're rioting, and Wales are like,
Yeah.
we're discarded. That's what we have. You know, we don't have anything like that.
Yeah.
We don't riot.
It's true.
That's a good thing though. That's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Yeah.
We're civilized
It's
in
the-
Wales.
It doesn't even come
Yeah.
up.
Wales Online. That's
such
Wales
a, such
Online.
a great story.
it was
Trying to
Wales
find
Online
it.
though. I
Yeah.
did see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So how did this thing come up?
Fucking hell. You alright?
it must
Is
be
this
any.
how you got
There
invited?
must
Yeah.
be-
Is this how we got invited?
Is that how you got invited?
This is how the Royals drink.
Is that what you did at Buckingham Palace?
Me and
haven't changed my
sausage
shirt in
fingers Charles. I told him, let's have a fucking pint.
I didn't change my shirt 4 days. I spilled beer everywhere. Brilliant. Yeah, that's my trip to Buckingham Palace.
We literally just gave you that shit.
Okay,
Oh,
so, all right,
it's
then.
ruined. It's ruined.
Okay,
it's,
so
all over the place.
How did this invite come about?
Yeah.
How did you get invited to luxury?
So I got an email, and I thought it was spam, and it was like, to the attention of the private secretary of abroad in Japan. And I was like, that's for the bin.
Yeah.
So I think I literally was about to move it to trash, because I get like articles like, I'm the king of Nigeria.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
Tuesday.
I get those too.
And I used to open them with like, wow, the king of Nigeria wants to meet me, and then realise that there is no king that I know of in Nigeria. Anyway, open this letter, and it's like, for the private secretary, and it's like, you've been invited to the state banquet in the UK, and here's tell your chauffeur these details. Like, my chauffeur, eh? Like, a lot of assumptions are made in this email, but then you give them your address, and they send like a card, and like the card is like your name and who's coming. They seem to know who Charla was, because they were like, and if you want to bring Charla, go for it. Wow. You know who I am, that's cool. But I genuinely thought it was fake. So I had a friend check that, because the state banquet hadn't been announced at that point, because it was all like secret. So I was
Did they
like,
tell you why they were inviting you?
they just wanted people that represented UK-Japan relations.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
And of course, King Charles is a great abroad in Japan fan. Watches all the episodes of
Yes.
Wacky Weekends.
I love a wacky weekend. I'm a fan of those cyclethons, Paul.
I love that Natsuki fellow.
Shake or jelly is a classic. But so I spoke to. I was actually at the mill, which we'll get to in a minute. I sat next to the private secretary to King Charles. She's a really nice girl, woman, and she said that when I'd been recommended, I think it was the embassy to Japan or the Japanese embassy in one country recommended me.
Must have read the book. Right.
Probably the book might have helped swing it, I reckon. But they had to like vet me, and they had to like watch like 50 of my videos and check I'd never said anything incriminating, which somehow I got away with
That's
it.
impressive.
I know, right?
I'm in your videos.
They check the trash taste episodes where we get drunk together.
That's right. And I did ask them, did you look at anyone else? They were like, we looked at a few, but no one was worthy.
No, they did not. You're such a liar.
I said, was there any other ones? And they were like, no, we looked, there's no one. So I was like, because I was half expecting, Connor will be there.
Why would I be
Because
there?
if they've watched Wacky Weekend or something, which
Well,
maybe
yeah, but then
he's
they
British.
would know that you bring me on to say the awful shit that you don't want to say.
But they go through his videos and they see him in like fucking maid cosplay and they're like,
These are
the guys representing us.
this is the guy we're gonna get to meet the king.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if you've been selected. I don't know if you'd have passed the
Probably would
vetting.
not have passed the verification
No,
check.
no.
Like, why is he playing video game for 15 hours? What's wrong with this kid?
But you have to wear what is it, like a white tie dinner jacket tuxedo thing that nobody knows what it is. Because I asked like 4 people, they're like, I don't know. It's like a magical suit that nobody's ever worn before.
Yeah.
Is it like what fucking James Bond wears?
It is,
or
yeah.
shit
It's like
that?
Casino Royale kind of jacket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you couldn't find one.
And I because I'm a dickhead, I found out about this event about a month in advance. And I was like, I'll sort out the jacket next week. And I did that for 4 weeks. And then like 5 days before the event, I was like, I should probably get this jacket now. And then it turned out nowhere in the UK has this jacket. And I was like, wait, what? And so it was looking like I wouldn't be able to go because I couldn't find a jacket, which would have been the saddest kind of ending ever.
Would have been the biggest throw of all time.
I could have gone wearing like a trash take or like my own merch. But like, I don't know what I'd have done if I couldn't get this dinner jacket.
Found one right in the end.
One place just didn't reply my emails. And I did find one in the end called Oliver Brown If you're ever in the UK, go to Oliver Brown. They saved my life. And I went in, and I was really lucky. The guy there was an Abroad Japan viewer, a really nice guy called Adam. And it was really awkward because I had to get the trousers on, which were like 32 inch. And he was like talking about how happy and excited he was to like hang out, and he's going to go to Japan. He's watching all the videos. I'm like, yeah, great stuff, Adam. Can we get size 34 inches? I've been a bit optimistic. He's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, no way, size 32. What are you talking
I was going to
about?
say I'm size 32 at a stretch sometimes.
I think you kind of choose the clothes you think will fit, but
No, I choose the clothes that will fit.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
I when I had to get you the pig from you for the auction, you sent your one of your staff members to me.
to give you the pig, Mr.
To give me
Pig.
the pig, to give Mr. Pig.
I went
Mr.
for
Pig.
$6,000.
$6K? Hell yeah.
The pig that made you say the C word.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like to bleep
Mr.
out my
Pig.
video. Yeah.
Yeah. So the pig. So I met with your and I was like, let's get a coffee. Because there's a place in my house that's really good coffee. I was chatting to him, and he was like, yeah, I sent Chris the place to get a suit like a month ago, and then he messages me today on the flight over saying he found something. It's the fucking link I sent him 4 weeks ago. He thinks he found it. I sent him it.
Wow.
That is the experience of most of my stuff. Them just reminding me of things they told me
It's
a month
very
ago.
funny. But yeah, Mr. Pig sold well, and of course,
$6,000.
you subject me to the worst filming of my life. When we did Non-Stop North. It was more like non-stop punishment. Anyway, we got to go on the Royals. Though. We'll go on the Royals.
Deviation.
We're going on the- Sorry.
Non-stop punishment.
I just got
Oh
annoyed
yeah,
with
we haven't
that
done a trash day since
We'll talk about that
you
after
nearly
your-
died in
yeah.
the tent.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get your suit.
The tent debacle.
You get your suit.
Fucking- I got my suit. Yeah, finally fit. Thank God there was extra large trousers or whatever. I didn't have a chauffeur, so I got a cab, and it's just really creepy because you just sort of drive up to the front of Buckingham Palace. They've cordoned off, the big fountain at the front. They cordoned all that off, and there's like 200 people with cameras, and it was really awkward. I just got out of this cab, and everyone was like,
Were you the only one that was getting out a
Wait,
cab
so
and
you
not
didn't
having
get
a private
You got
chauffeur?
a cab?
do you know
Did you get a fucking Uber?
Do you know how much
Did you get an Uber?
Yes. Did you get? Of course. Of course I got an Uber to Buckingham Palace.
Do
you know how much a chauffeur costs?
So Rajesh was just like, what are we doing? I got to just go through the gate. I'd be like, fuck off. I'm not going in the gates of Buckingham Palace. How much how much you tip him? You had to give him probably so much.
You get a 20% tip.
Fuck off! If you take me into Buckingham Palace, you got to give me like an 80% tip.
What was the car make? Was it like
It was like a Yaris, probably. I don't know.
You took a fucking Yaris into Buckingham Palace?
Saving the world, low emissions, isn't it? And and then I turned up and there's like an army of Range Rovers and like Keir Starmer, and David Cameron, and Andrew Lloyd Webber getting out, and I'm like ramshackle getting out of the Yaris or whatever. But it's really creepy because you got the gate there, and I thought it's going to be like mega security and metal detectors. And they go, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Chris," and they're like, "Okay." I'm like, "What? Is that it?" And I just show them my invite, and that was it, and a bit of ID, but they didn't check me. I thought, unless there's like secret metal detectors or something.
Could be.
Don't we just talk about the security of Buckingham Palace?
I think you've already been vetted by the Secret Service. I think probably
Like
right.
very deeply vetted before you even got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's the illusion of security. You know?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
We can cut corners on this security thing because everyone will assume we've done it.
Well, I think somebody turning up to Buckingham Palace in like a Toyota deserves lots of vetting. I think
That's true.
I think.
You gave 20% tip.
It's like, this is your chauffeur?
But like, and then you're at the other side of the fence, and it's just like Buckingham Palace here, and it's really surreal and trippy. It's a bit like you go on a roller coaster ride. You're sort of watching as a spectator. It just felt really surreal, because I never thought I would get inside Buckingham Palace. I'd always wanted to go for like a tour or something.
Yeah.
So to get this invite, it felt like this is not real. Something's going to go wrong before this happens. And at every juncture, I thought, maybe my flight will get cancelled. Maybe the suit won't fit. Maybe I won't get a suit. And so to finally arrive there at Buckingham Palace was really surreal and trippy. In the same way, meeting like Ken Watanabe, when I met him, I thought something's going to go wrong here. He's going to bail out when he watches one of my videos. And he didn't. So, but no, and then we walk in. There's like a nice red staircase. I was like, wow, I've seen this on The Crown. That's great. I know my way around. And there's loads of like guardsmen. And I will say Buckingham Palace, I don't know what I was expecting. I knew it'd be like glamorous.
Yeah.
But it is like mega glamorous.
Is it exactly like in The Crown?
It's like The Crown, but better.
Damn.
It's way better. There's like so much gold and the paintings are astonishing.
Right.
It's quite intimidating. And then we went into a room, Charlotte and I, and we got like the cocktail. You get like a guest menu, a list of guests. Right. I was thinking to bring it today, but again, I don't know if you're allowed to like show it publicly.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty bonk. You see the seating plan and the full list of guests, and it's like a who's who of like it's the most powerful people in Japan. The UK is like the head of like MI6 sitting next to the CEO of NTT Docomo.
Jesus.
And like, you know, every member of the royal family ever was there.
And then there's Chris Bread.
And then Chris Bread. Yeah. And it's like, I remember standing in the room before you go in, just Charlotte and I drinking cocktails and just looking around like, this is really weird. Because I looked around, there was Prince William standing there, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak was there. Every member of the political establishment was there.
Right.
And there was no other YouTubers. I thought there's going to be like maybe a Japanese YouTuber or an entertainer or something. Right. But like, in terms of entertainment, I was the only person there. I thought it was really weird.
Damn.
I thought it could be an actor or someone.
Yeah.
They all failed the vetting.
They all failed. Only me and my dodgy seat.
Are you any big names you want to speak to? Any cool people? You got to
anyone
I
you...
spoke to... I didn't even know if I was going to meet the king or the emperor or anyone like that. I thought, maybe we'll see them from afar, especially as Charles has been ill recently. But then the doors opened and I saw people going in this room and I was led through. And it was really weird. There was a queue, and in the queue it was me, Charlotte was in front, Charlotte, me, and then just Keir Starmer, the guy was becoming the Prime Minister in like 6 days' time. And I was like, no, this is so fucking weird. And then King Charles, the Emperor, Empress, and Camilla standing in a line. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And you're slowly getting pushed towards them. It's like, no, I'm not ready. And I'm like, interestingly, nobody knew who I was there. But a lot of the staff knew who I was. Because they're all like in their 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing here? How did you get in? It's just really ridiculous. It's like,
who'd you pay?
Nobody knows. Like, what are you doing? And then the guy that led me in to meet them knew who I was, I think. And I was like, what the fuck do I say? What do I say? Like, Your Highness? He's like, no. Yeah. Say Your Majesty, Your Majesty. You're not supposed to say Your Highness because it sort of indicates that they're better than you.
Yeah.
Right.
Only Connor demands you say that
they
to
are
him.
better than us.
But
obviously.
And then it's just really surreal.
What did you say?
Did you get to talk to them? Or?
Yeah.
What did you
say?
say?
I shook hands with King Charles, and somebody was like, "It's Chris Broad, the YouTuber," and he was like, "Oh, you're a YouTuber, are you?" I was like, "Yeah. I love Trash Taste. It's my favorite." I love that Sea Dog V8. No, he's from Wales, is he not? No, and we had a little chat about. I said something like, he was very engaging, and like he didn't seem like, oh, okay, goodbye. He actually like stuck into the conversation. We talked a bit about. I sort of said like, you know, the royal family still carries a lot of weight in Japan, especially in the countryside where I used to live. And he was like, oh, that's very great to hear. And wow, like my friend Natsuki loves the royal family. Didn't dwell on Natsuki too long.
Yeah, you're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, big show.
You should meet him.
I think he was like, wow, it's amazing. Why are we so popular there? I'm like, I don't know, mate. And then you're like, slowly moved on to the next person. It was the emperor. It's like, oh, fuck, what do I...
Yeah.
And like, do I shake hands with the emperor? Am I supposed to bow? But I just shook hands with him. And I said, if you shake hands with King Charles the Emperor, this is a serious question, does that mean you're like magic? You get like a magic pen.
You get the aura.
You touched a heavenly
when you're touching
person.
you're touching royalty indirectly now.
No.
All right.
You should have shook hands with like different hands and then just like combined them.
King Charles, the Emperor, together.
You just fusion. Unite.
like the fucking Power Rangers. But I said, when you meet someone important in Japan, you say, "Oi dikite koe desu," right?
Yeah.
Like, Oi dikite means like to meet you, and then koe means it's an honor.
Yeah.
And I sort of went, Oi dikite. And like, I just the word didn't come out.
Well, I also imagine you were probably like, if you had probably just have to say it, it'd be fine. Yeah. But the more you think about it, the more it becomes a colossal challenge.
I think anyone in that position would fuck up.
It's not normal. Like, the Emperor's here. This is the distance between the Emperor and I.
Well, in Japan, he doesn't like do much.
And he's like, koe desu. I'm like, yeah, koe. Yeah, koe. It's an honor. And I was just a bit surreal. I made a little chat about.
Did you go full Kago?
Full Kegel. We switched to English a bit because he speaks English fluently. Thank God.
Okay.
What is just like English okay?
It's like Kego muzukashi.
ちょっと
Eigo daijoubu desu.
He didn't say anything like Nihongo Josu.
No.
One, I want to be Nihongo Josu.
That would be amazing. By the emperor.
I can't believe you didn't get any Hongo Josie by him. What the heck?
No. And so we had a little chat and said that I live in Tokyo and whatnot, and spoke to the Empress and
He's like, I
Camilla.
live in Tokyo too.
What a coincidence! No way! I can see your house from the road.
Yo, what's your postcode?
And then there was Camilla and somebody must have gone, he's a YouTuber, because I turned up. She went, I hear you're a YouTuber, and I was like, I am indeed. And
Seems
then
to be
we
a
sort of.
prevalent thing in your life.
Are you YouTuber? It was like the royal equivalent. Are you YouTuber? And I was like, I am. And I was like, and she sort of just stood there awkwardly, and I was like, yeah.
Oh no.
She didn't know. I should have gone like, do you watch YouTube? You know, who's in Japan? But I was still like, I'd spoken to the king, the emperor, the empress. I was really tripped out. It was like a movie that I'm just sort of sitting. It's like watching a movie, but you're in it. And so we just sort of sat there and awkwardly, and I just went, but I'm just, it's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me, innit? And she was like, I didn't invite you. I had nothing to do with you being here.
I have a question.
Okay.
How was the food?
I was gonna ask the same thing as well.
We'll get there.
All
He's building up to it. He's building up to it.
All right.
Sorry, I just want to know.
So after.
Hold on.
Oh God.
Open it up.
All right.
He's opening up.
Okay,
the wine.
now
We're reliving the
time
banquet.
for the wine.
Carry on with the banquet.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about the banquet is you get a lot of wine.
Of course.
Oh,
You love it.
You were
There's
probably
like
having like the most expensive.
good.
Probably British wine, right?
Every. They don't want to insult their guests. Imagine just serving Japanese wine at the banquet.
It's like, here's the finest alpaca.
But like, I sort of stood there with Camilla, and I was like, "It's just thank you for having me here. It's just gonna be so great."
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Yeah." You angry John Wick? Yeah. She went full blown John Wick, and then some guy was like, "Okay, it's time for you to go now." Sort of pushed me out the room, and then like you walk down the banquet hall, and then I was one of the first people at the banquet hall, and it's a really big room, 2 very long tables, and then a banquet where the emperor and the king sat. And it was just all because Charlotte, you don't get to sit next to your partner, and us is thrilling.
You don't? Wait, why not?
No, so the idea is
Socialize.
you sit like boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, and you spread out. So the idea is you get to meet and talk to interesting people.
Oh, so like a kind of like a wedding kind of deal.
A little bit, yeah.
Old
Very
fashioned.
And so Charlotte went off somewhere, and it was just me standing there awkwardly alone next to the Japanese ambassador to the
Here
UK.
you go, Sir Bread.
Oh yes, like being back in
Sir Bread.
Buckingham Palace. Oh, don't stop. Oh fuck!
All right.
That's a lot of fucking wine.
Would you
yes.
Would you like some
sat
wine?
next to the ambassador and who else?
And so, while we're standing there awkwardly, the next person in the line was Keir Starmer, the guy who became Prime Minister, and he just walks in, and I like Keir Starmer, I got respect for him, but he's quite not charismatic and trotto sheepish.
Yeah.
And he sort of walks in like, you've got you've arrived early to the birthday party, and he's like, like, did you just smash your?
Sorry, I was just so angry I wasn't invited.
But I was like, I should talk to him. He's going to be the Prime Minister in front.
He's running our country.
Like, Mr. Starmer, get over here and have a how you doing? Have a chat.
Put it there.
Boy. Cheers,
boys.
Cheers.
Okay.
Hey, and that smell, is it good?
Red.
Very tanny, my goodness.
Skin of the
Wouldn't
grape.
get this in the skin.
You can taste the skin of the grape. But no, it was just really weird talking to Keir Starmer. I said, like, good luck with the election. Nigel Farage is a bit of a bell end. He was like, ha ha ha, yes. Chat there. And then off we went, and I got to sit down and speak to the private secretary. She was really nice, and the food was like not that great though.
Yeah.
What
was like-
was on the meal? What was on the meal?
It was
How
like
many course meal
Any
was this?
camembert?
there was no camembert. No. What? I think that was the problem with the meal. In
That's the
hindsight.
common folks thing.
What did you eat?
we ate. It was like a white fish.
Right.
And there was, but awkwardly, they divide the each section to like 10 people. And the server, who was really nice, was like, "You're the last one on this section." And I was like, "Great!" And that meant I got like the scraps. The last, it was like the venison or whatever. It was like well, there's not much of it left. And I was like, "Oh yes, there's some lettuce there. I'll have that piece there." And like, there was nothing. So at the end of every meal, every round, every course, I got like nothing. You would have hated it.
I would have hated that.
And like, but then I'm trying to have conversations on all sides, and every 5 seconds, more wine, sir. And you're like, yeah, sure. And the wine servers are coming from the left and the right, and you've got like 5 different glasses of wine. There's red wine, white wine, rosé,
part of me
port.
would want to take a picture of the wine bottles just to see how much they cost.
Yeah.
It was really nice wine. I will say
you
that.
obviously weren't allowed to like film or like take photos or anything
No.
like that, right? Yeah.
I mean, it would have been pretty trippy to be like, "Oh, can I just vlog this, Your Highness?"
I think I would.
You're taking
We're in Buckingham Palace
You know
right
what?
now.
I
taking
think
a
I would-
selfie
I would
with
do
the
it.
king.
Yeah,
Just think
that would've
about
been
it.
sick.
I would have done a toilet review. I would have vlogged the toilet.
Actually,
Yeah.
Sure.
No day. What are you, savages? Yabanjin this? What is this?
Why is nobody talking about this amazing house?
You won't believe what is sitting in the middle of London.
And then they gave speeches, and King Charles gave a speech
His
about
speech very good.
Hayao
Yeah.
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
People laughed. The Emperor gave a speech. The Emperor, because he studied in Oxford. He loves the UK, and he studied like rivers. He's got a
Just rivers?
Oh,
it's
the
like
wine would have been those.
Just specifically rivers?
it's like river studies. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rivers
Oh,
and,
we have a lot of those.
and so he talked at great length about the Thames Barrier. And I remember looking around. People looked a bit restless. But we learned a lot about the Thames Barrier that night.
Yeah.
And at the end of the meal, you go through and you have like lots more cocktails and drinks.
Yeah.
And
Did every server have a...
What time did it start? What time did it end?
it started quite late. It started at 8.
Oh,
And the banquet kicked off at like 9, I think.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Didn't know
Yeah.
you could stay up that long.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's way past
Past
my
my
time. Yeah.
Suppose Charles can.
Yeah, that's what I thought he'd be in bed by now.
Yeah.
You open the banquet doors.
So what time did you finish then?
11:30?
Oh, it's not that long at all then.
Yeah.
He's in out. He's like,
Yeah.
get out.
You know,
Get out my house now.
All right.
I had one MP, a guy called Greg Clark, really nice MP for Tunbridge Wells in Kent,
Yeah.
near us. He was like Minister for Business and Trade, and it turned out he was like a massive Abroad Japan fan and viewer.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
It was really nice. It was just really surreal having like this,
Someone know you.
this
Yeah.
like somebody in the establishment or somebody high up in the political kind of section.
Real
know who I
power,
am.
boy. Real power.
Well, he was in the cabinet for like 10 years running the country,
Wow.
and he was very much, he was like, "Oh my God, Abroad Japan's here." And like, it was like really surreal. I was like, "Oh, wow, that's cool." And he comes to Japan a lot.
Right.
And so he knows the country well, and he watched the cyclethon. He was like,
That's so weird.
I watched the cyclethon. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's
Hell
freaking-
yeah.
That's
Wow.
very weird.
Yeah, and that was kind of cool. And then while I was talking to him, former Prime Minister David Cameron was sneaking out of the event. I think he wanted to go home. And Greg Clark was like, David, you must speak to
Oh, no. No.
You must speak to Abroad Japan. David Cameron was like, "All right." You must speak to Chris Brett.
He's like, I'm a big fan of your work for dividing the country. Take us out of here.
I'm not a David Cameron fan, but he was very good at
Charming.
speaking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was kind of annoying. He was way more charismatic than Keir Starmer. And I was
Like,
we
damn
could-
it, I wanted to hate you, but you're actually
Yeah,
pretty charming.
I'm very angry at what he did.
Yeah.
Brexit and all sorts. But he
Brexit,
was very charming to talk to, and he watched a really cool British-Japanese show called Giddy Haji, which I really like, and he'd like that, and we talked about that. Talked about Shinzo Abe. I think he was surprised that Shinzo Abe, was killed.
That happened, yeah.
And he was like, and I gave a speech in Japan, and nobody
wow.
really cared. And I was like, yeah, because of the political scandal and
Yeah.
the religious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm just standing in this room explaining to David Cameron why.
A lot of people
They'd
were
like
a
to
lot more
speak.
sympathetic to the person who killed him than
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Shinzo.
got very weird very quickly, didn't it, when that happened 2-3 years ago? And sort of standing there and talking to him about that.
Damn.
Yeah.
And he was like,
That's
from one
just
prime
surreal.
minister to another. It's a bit worrying. I was like, yeah, I bet it is, yeah. And and that was my last big conversation of the evening.
Damn. Wow.
What a
That's
cool
a pretty big
experience.
conversation.
Bump shoulders to everyone.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It really fucked with my head a bit, you know.
Look at us, Charles. When can we have Wales back?
Next time I'm there.
Can you ask him? When can we
You can ask him when you're invited.
Yeah, I can ask him when I'm
Yo, did you get his WhatsApp?
You didn't join his Telegram group?
Yeah.
Listen, I've got thoughts.
It's like, Charles, you didn't see my Instagram DM.
I'm beginning to be a little concerned with these 5G towers. I must say.
But it is really weird, and like it's sort of it's one of those things. Like there's moments in my career where he's still having the 5G joke.
I'm just thinking of something, a joke that I most certainly can't make.
Oh
you can't
God,
make anymore.
no jokes.
Yeah. So how did the night end?
I didn't say I've met your brother, Prince.
You can't say that.
I met.
Actually, I'm good friends with. I met him at a Pizza Express.
I met Prince Andrew, didn't I? Like 10, 12 years
Yeah.
previously. I don't want to.
It's a really hot day. He wasn't sweating.
Yeah, I think we should get him into the Japanese summer and see if that double bust.
Oh fucking hell! Oh God.
So how did the night end? Did you have to call an Uber back from Buckingham Palace? Yeah, how'd you get out?
Well, they all you go out, and all the important people have already left in their Range Rovers.
Yeah.
You know, Rishi Sunak, his career at his end.
Should have seen how long you could hang around.
Put on another.
The water's bloody good. My train's not till 6 in the morning.
It was quite interesting seeing people disappear, and there was a moment where
Do you reckon they give you a free room there if you just ask, like,
it's not Wales, mate. No,
They've got like 500 rooms. Surely you
Yeah.
can beg in one of them.
Do you reckon anyone's gone like too pissed at Buckingham Palace?
woken up in the toilet. Where am I?
And just have to be escorted
I
out.
reckon they'd have helped accommodate you. Get a tissue.
It's like Buckingham
How the
Palace,
hell
isn't
did you
it?
get back in the palace with manners like that?
But the night ended with me standing at the end of the road being like, cab, please. so anticlimactic.
Kicked out of... back to civilization now.
Back to
reality.
back to
Do you
nothing.
think you'll get invited back, or do you reckon it's one
Not
and
after
done?
this fucking show goes out. No, probably not. No, it's done. But you know, done it once. Somebody tell the
Done it once.
grandkids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because you flew out especially for that, right?
I did. Yeah.
Would
yeah.
you
I would never.
fly out again just for another banquet, or would it be a hard sell second
I
time
don't know if
around?
I'd do it again.
Depends who's there. Who would have to be there for you to like make you consider it? Prince Andrew.
So finally, a face I recognize.
At least someone I can get along with.
I don't think I'd do it. Like, if I was in the UK, I'd go back, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of effort. I was only in the UK like 6 days, right? It was a strategic.
That
Damn.
14-hour flight is
journey.
killer, though.
It was really not fun. Really not fun.
Welcome, gamers and athletes. This episode is sponsored by Gamersupps. Do you want peak performance in your veins? Then you need to drink Gamersupps right now.
I can't get off without my cup of Gamersupps in the morning.
Are you edge maxing like a true gamer? Well, get yourself some Gamersupps. Look at this shit. Peak Guna material right here.
I can goon max in 5 seconds thanks to their keto-friendly diet.
At Gamersupps, their goal is to offer esports athletes and gamers the most effective and healthy energy choice to help you perform at their highest potential. Gamersupps is keto-friendly, less than 1 calorie, and sugar-free. Thank you very much for interrupting me, Joey.
And they have a powerful formula that comes in many tasty flavors that will have you coming back for more.
I will have you coming.
Expect a smooth, chocolate ride and a juicy, salivating mouthfeel. And Gamersupps is an energy formula that delivers long-lasting energy at a fraction of the cost of canned energy drinks with 100 servings per tub that comes out at just 40 cents per serving. So even you gamers on a budget can game hard and goon max thanks to Gamersupps. You can get free shipping anywhere in the world.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. And they have these amazing waifu cups that you can drink your Gamersupps out of. Do you want Gamer Guac Fart 5000? Well, they have that flavor. And titty milk. Yes, titty milk. You can get any kind of flavor that your heart desires thanks to the range of Gamersupps. I love Gamersupps, and so should you. Put it in your veins now.
Put it up your butt.
Drink
I don't care.
responsibly.
And if you click that link, it'll automatically apply the coupon. So what are you waiting for?
Buy now. Back to the episode.
Like-
you wouldn't stop bragging about how you got first class flights for the same as business flight.
Yeah.
You wouldn't shut about it.
Good.
About this guy, tell him.
Well, on this flight, I was like, I've got to go business. I've got to sleep on this plane.
Yeah, of course.
And fly British Airways, and
course.
there was the same price. It was weird. Business class for one way, I think, was like 250,000 yen, right, which is about what, £1,700
Yeah.
or something. So I think that's the return. And then first class, it's usually like 2 million yen.
Yeah.
And I don't know who could possibly
afford that.
Yeah.
who would do that. But on this occasion, it was like 280,000 yen. Only 30,000 yen more. And I was like,
I heard more about this flight than the fucking Bangkok.
so
Yeah,
good.
same here. That's that.
To be fair, that's
When-
an amazing deal.
When we went to the bar, I was trying to ask him about the Buckingham Palace visit, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, fuck that. How are you getting to England?
Yeah,
next time you fly to England,
the
the first class experience in British Airways."
Multiple days. I was like, let me see this mystical flight. I could not find.
I couldn't find it either. Me and Sidney went home and tried to find this mythical flight.
It exists.
Wait,
It's
so
real.
so was that the first time in first class?
Yeah,
How was it?
great.
Yeah.
He got the Buckingham Palace like fucking discount.
Yeah.
The improvement is not worth the normal pricing.
Oh no! Fuck no! I
Oh,
don't know
no,
who
no,
would
no.
justify that.
Normally
you
you
get
get
like
like
a
a slightly
private
bigger chair,
butler guy,
yeah.
and there's this guy every 5 minutes who'll be like, "More crisps, Mr. Broad." I'm like, "Oh yes," and
I'll take your entire stock.
you get like a little
That was
compartment.
like Ian during the cyclethon, though. That was what do you mean? You had
You get a little compartment, right, on like business class, first class, and
Yeah.
by the end of the flight, by the end of the flight, it was like a rubbish skip of just crisps and sweets and Haribo.
supposed to hand it back.
I'm like, more Haribo, please, Carl. And, like, it was so good. But like, I again, like, this is one of those things that I nearly missed out because I thought it was wrong or a glitch on the website. And Charlotte was like, what the hell's that? Why is it so cheap? I'm like, that's not right. No. And then I booked it and it was real. And it was like, and this flight exists. And I asked British Airways when I got there, how is first class affordable? Or moderately affordable anyway, by the standards of first class. They're like, you just got lucky.
Yeah.
Like, well, great, because I'm going to
So
Buckingham
the-
Palace. So I'm flying
The
stuff.
flight that I'm getting to America is weirdly cheap, and the premium economy is more expensive than the business class seats.
What?
Yeah, I don't know how that.
It's all about like
yeah.
demand.
There's
and
some like weird computer.
Yeah.
design.
There is
This
this-
makes sense.
There's some weird computer thing. I remember I was trying to get a flight back from America to Japan, and I was like, okay, let's see how much the direct flight is. Direct flight, obviously, fucking expensive, right? And I was like, okay, maybe I can go. Maybe I can get like a transfer. And I figured out it was not only less expensive to get the transfer, right? So it was like 1,500 less to get a transfer, but it was a transfer to the exact same flight that was like more expensive. So basically, I would have paid less to use their airline more to take the exact same
Yeah,
flight
it
I
is
was
weird
going to
how it
take.
works. It doesn't make sense.
So you basically took a pit stop.
Yeah, basically.
What the fuck? Airplanes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you shop around though, like,
Oh.
yeah. So
good
that
luck.
was good.
Yeah.
That was really good. And the perfect start and end to the trip. Flying.
Oh,
You know,
well,
first
Yeah.
class.
Hell yeah.
First
Meanwhile,
class.
when you film a video
As the
with,
royalty should.
Absolutely.
As royalty
I
should.
don't think I even told them on the plane. I should have been like, I need to get back to Buckingham Palace. And I should have said that. I should have
They
said
probably
that.
they
thought they were
would've
talking about a
poisoned
crazy man.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, mate.
Meanwhile, when you film with Chris, you put in a tent on a desert island.
Oh, no.
In the worst fucking place I've ever been to.
I
in
will
my
say
life.
one before we get into Connor's tent debacle. I will say one final thing of Buckingham Palace though. It's crazy the response it gets, right? How I always, I've been very lucky to do things like the book or raise $1 million for the cyclethon, but nothing gets the response, anything on the same caliber as being like, I'm going to Buckingham Palace. The response I got publicly, friends, family who, just ignore me.
Yeah.
This time they're like, oh my God, that's incredible. I've got a best-selling book. They're like, oh shit, I've raised $1 million. Fuck off. But Buckingham Palace, they're like, oh my God,
Oh, no.
how is this possible?
Did you have like old friends messaging you out the blue?
I did, yeah, I did, because it was on news. It was like all these important people. It's like, and YouTuber Chris Broad was there. And it's like, wow. So, but yeah, no, but the royal family, the emperor in Japan, still seems to carry a lot of weight to it
Yeah.
that I was surprised to experience. In the posts I made or discussions I've had about it, people respond to it in a way that I've never experienced before.
Interesting.
I thought maybe the royal family, the emperor, maybe the sort of prevalence had been on the decline a bit and people weren't that fussed. But my God, like it's dwarfed anything I've ever done in 12 years.
Well, yeah, it's still got the prestige behind it.
Well,
I
like,
think.
You almost feel like, but I haven't done anything. I just turned up in it and drank some wine in
Well,
a dodgy
it's
seat.
it's like the build up to like getting the invite in the first place, right?
You've
It's
done a lot
like
of good videos and done a bunch of
thanks,
trouty
Connor.
work.
yeah.
You've done a lot of good video.
Yeah, you've done a lot
Wow,
of good
rare
with me.
praise.
Yeah, yeah.
Rare praise from
Me and
C
them.
Dog
Me
VA,
and
ladies and gentlemen. Clip that. Put it on the wall.
Well,
But like,
we did our finest work.
well, it I love the wacky weekend on the tent. It was great. So that was kind of cool. But it did get, what's it called?
Likes, engagement.
No, what's that
Prestige.
imposter syndrome thing?
Oh.
It's like I haven't done anything. You know, when you're standing with prime ministers and powerful people and head of MI6, and it's like, I make videos in my bedroom about Japan, innit? It's like it kind of makes you reevaluate. And I came back and I sort of had like a midlife crisis. Like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm doing nothing. Nothing I do is like important.
And you opened a bar.
Professionals.
To drown my sorrows, I opened a bar.
Drown my midlife crisis with reasonably priced cocktails in Shibuya.
The bars in Japan aren't open enough to drown my sorrow. I'll do it myself, damn it.
Public drinking is banned from sex.
But it's one of those weird things, and I had moments like that in the past, like documentaries I've done, like important documentaries about things. And then to go back to making silly videos in a room, reading out comments, telling me I'm an idiot or something. It's just like, it's quite hard to wrap your head around sometimes.
Yeah.
I got that after the Fukushima documentary or meeting Ken Watanabe. Like, how do you just go back to sitting in a room, reading out things?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. It's
tough.
weird. It's weird, and it's sort of fucked with my head a bit. So that's the enduring legacy of Buckingham Palace: an early midlife crisis and alcoholism. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Just to that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you try to kill us. Me. Both of us.
He had a good time.
I had a great time.
I can't believe you had a good time because like, I spoke to Pete and Pete left, right? And he was like, man, I don't know what to expect, man. He came back looking like the Caroline meme, one with the guy disheveled. Pete was like, man, why
You talk about Journey Across Japan.
man? No, Non-Stop North.
Oh, non-stop Journey Across Japan.
that's
Non-stop
Japan.
suffering. Non-stop shit.
Non-stop whinging from you.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, the tent's too small.
So, no. There's never a complaint about the tent size. I was more concerned with the heating.
Oh.
And you had like Jim and Bob from Sendai who had to look after us. He was like, oh yeah, just fucking build a tent on the fucking sand, mate. You go on it. He goes, this is my island. And we get on it. And you'd expect like some Jurassic Park. This is the island. And you get there and you're like, there's shit everywhere.
There's no shit.
There was like
The island was
debris.
really nice. The problem was the sleeping bag was made out of shit.
And I go like, oh, so how much you pay for this island? He goes, oh, 200K.
Is that it?
I was like, what?
Jesus.
No, but you, and I was like, what can you do in the island? He goes, I can't build anything.
Why did he buy it?
I was like, what do you mean you can't build anything? It's not big enough. Can't build any can't build pipes, can't build electricity, can't do anything.
Oh.
He's like, what can you do? He's like, tents, I guess. And I was like, great. What a great investment.
I really enjoyed that episode. I will admit, I woke up with like rigor mortis. I had the worst night's sleep of the last 10 years on that island.
Yeah.
And I was shivering and I was cold.
So
You portrayed it as like, we're all going to die.
he
And
wouldn't tell me what we were doing for 3 days, which made me nervous. Because why wouldn't he tell me what we were doing?
First time on Journey Across Japan.
He wouldn't tell me. He only ever doesn't not tell me what we're doing when it's shit. If it was good, you'd tell me.
No.
Yes, you would.
Well, he never tells me anything about Journey Across Japan, and I have a good time.
You're staying in a 5-star hotel,
that's
Joey.
Because you're used to it. You're used to it. I always get the shit. So he didn't tell me anything. And then 2 days before I go up, he sends me a waiver that I have to sign saying that someone's not liable if I die.
That was the island, not me.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? You won't tell me what we're doing, and I have to sign a waiver? What the fuck is this? I was like,
the island, not me.
And I was like, legally, I think you have to tell me what we're doing. Because
yeah.
I can't legally sign a waiver to something I don't know. So he was like, we're going camping. I was like, what? Camping in fucking January?
You knew it was December, and you knew it was an island in advance.
December is basically January. There's no difference. Yeah, so I knew it was an island, and
The secret got leaked anyway by
yeah,
good old
someone
Alex
told me.
Shapiro.
And then
Tokyo Portfolio
Yeah,
told
so-
clients. Fucking
I heard
sneaky
about it, so I brought
bastard.
some thermal gear, some really good
Wait, continue the story. I need to piss.
It was very good thermal gear I brought.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'll be all right because we'll have a good sleeping bag. Chris tells me that he's got like the Bear Grylls of Japan. He's got like the most seasoned travel expert.
Yeah.
And I rock up and they've got a boat that is stocked with more stuff than God.
There was a lot of stuff
There's
on that
so
boat.
much stuff. I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Turns out it was like 50% like of those little shitty like giant like puff things. The the 10-cent
Umaibo.
Umaibo. It was like 50% Umaibo.
They were so good.
He
Umaibo,
brought
so good.
like 5 sacks of Umaibo. He's like, I've got the
Hey,
food sorted.
that is survival food. bro.
Exactly.
And then he brought like,
We're only on the island like 24 hours.
I know, but that's why I was like, why did you bring?
If there'd been a nuclear war, we would have been perfectly fine on that island for like
we
3
were on the
weeks.
fucking coast. We'd have been hit by.
We'd have been
God knows
fine.
what. Anyway, so he brings 50 bags of Umaibo, which I'm like, what?
We're eating good tonight, boys.
I was like, and then he brought 12 beers, which is fine.
Yeah.
But for Natsuki, I was concerned because Natsuki, he's on like a beer. It's like in like a survival game, you have to eat X amount to survive.
Yes.
Natsuki needs X amount of beers every night. Otherwise, it becomes very cranky very quickly. So we're building this fire, but even when we get on the island, we're like, where the fuck are we supposed to sleep? These guys don't even know we're supposed to sleep. We climb the hill, which is really dicey because it's just a rope that you have to like abseil up.
There was a cliff and a
It
hole.
was awful. Yeah, it was shit. And then we were like, where do we camp? He's like, there is nothing to camp. We're like, what? He's like, go down on the sand and camp. We're like, okay. He's like, where do we shit? He's like, go climb up and dig a hole and shit.
dig
in
a
it.
hole. Yeah.
But climb up a hill at like midnight when it's dark, pitch black. You have to go up a rope.
No,
And take a shit.
that's
There was lanterns leading to the toilet.
So you have to climb while you're sleeping. Like you wake up in the middle of the night, you do shit. You have to get a rope and climb.
Yeah, but
up
who
a
wakes
rock.
up in the middle of the night on an island and goes, I want to shit now?
Some people need a shit.
You might. Nobody else did.
I was like, why can't I dig a hole in the sand and take a shit? Like, why do I have to climb up a hill?
That's littering, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. So anyway,
This video, right? Before we get further in, I got so much hate for this video though. People were like, "You nearly killed Connor. You're disgusting."
No,
That's because Connor talked about it on Trash
Connor
Taste.
like heightened it, and also in the video,
no, it was definitely the most dangerous video I'd have done. But
No,
it wasn't
it
that
wasn't.
bad though.
Fuck
Like
off.
I never felt like I was going to die.
But
But it
like-
was just the most. It was so unpleasant.
but we deliberately edited the video, and I didn't. Unlike every Abroad Japan video, I didn't watch it first before it went out because it was a journey across Japan, non-stop north,
Yeah.
stupid maniacal series where it's like, "I'll make a video every day and then upload it." What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
We got 1 week in, I was nearly dying.
Yeah.
And the editors made it, and I was like, make me look like a dick, even more than usual. So there's like shots of Connor like making a tent out of scraps and sand, and me just like,
just
like
standing
dancing
there.
around.
There was a good time lapse. I don't think we made it in the video, but it was me and Paul building the tents, and Chris. I think you were doing something. You're on your phone in the corner like this the whole time lapse while the tent's being
Because I was
built.
like, people think I
did
was
see
like
that, yeah.
playing
So
fucking
funny.
solitaire or something. I was like working out the script and what was going to shoot.
You
right?
were, to be fair. You
I
were,
was
you were
working out.
working on it.
Yeah.
It just looked really funny.
Yeah, it
me and
like, make the peasants.
building the tents, and it was funny. But the part that only annoyed me is that they were the guides that we brought with us. Guides, I think they were just random dudes.
Some guy found at the port.
We had a fire. They had a fire. Because we were filming stuff, so we had a fire separate from them. And at one point, they tried to put out my fire that I've been working really hard on. And I got really fucking annoyed.
Wait, why?
Because they were like,
You burnt the fucking forest down.
yeah, because they
It's
were like, we should make one fire instead. I was like, no, I'd worked really hard on this fire. This is our fire. I don't want to put out this fire. And they were trying to put it out, and they're like, oh, let it go out, let it go out. I was like, no, this is our fire.
You burnt so much wood though.
So they had a whole.
It was like global warming went up 5 degrees that day.
They
It's
had-
Connor
they
like
had-
chopped down the bamboo forest.
They had cut down so much bamboo, and they must have had about 200 individual bamboo trees that had been dried out and were ready to burn. I think I went through all of them.
How big was this fire?
He was unstoppable. You
It
could
was
see
huge.
You
It
could
was
see it from
huge.
space. I have no doubt.
My
Like,
goal was that there was this
making
washed,
a help signal.
there was this washed up and like massive tree,
Ah.
and my goal was to get this tree burned by the end of the night.
Right.
So the entire day and night, I was just warming up this log that was soaked to be burned, and eventually I got through like half the log. It took a while,
brave man.
but it was it was fun. It was just shit because the worst part was that Chris was like cracking the whip. He's like, "No shower for you, boy. We have to go and immediately film our next video for the next day." I was like, "Oh, usual."
And there was a
can't have
sleeping
shower.
bag. You didn't like the sleeping bags, did
Oh,
you?
sleeping bag was so shit. It was like the one that I bought for our camping.
Yeah.
in January.
And that was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. So
Amazon quality
It was
one.
the thinnest Amazon.
We had to we had to snuggle up because it was so
yeah,
cold.
we had to cuddle.
Yeah, we had to
So-
cuddle.
Nothing's worth that.
We put
I'd
down this
rather
thing.
have hypothermia than
We
cuddle
put-
Connor.
We all had
hell.
a mat each, like a very thin, like absolutely wafer thin mat to put down. And there's one extra, and of course, Chris was like, "Oh, take that one, put it on here." And then he passed me the sleeping bag, and he's like, "Oh, here's your sleeping bag." I look at him. Amazon Basics.
He did the same fucking thing to me when we filmed in the jail as well. It was like, the guy was like, there is one mattress. And then Chris was like, I'll take that.
Motherfucker
Joey, you take the sleeping bag and sleep on the hard floor.
I'm the producer of the video.
Oh.
I need my sleep, don't I?
I just think that we should have had a different system.
The talent needs to.
We're all
buckle
talent.
up.
I'm only talent. You're producer.
I
So,
produced both those videos.
This is royal behavior right
So,
here.
so I had to. And the night got so cold. I think it went down to like -5.
So the main reason people thought I was a psychopath is because we eat sleeping bag and also the heaters, right? We get these little Cairo heaters,
Yeah.
sand ones where you shake it up.
Yeah.
I was
We
furious.
had
I was livid.
we had a box of 200. But for some reason, Connor didn't know.
No one
Hadn't
told me.
Connor hadn't listened at the meeting because
There
he's
was no
too busy
meeting.
like
There was no
burning,
meeting.
too
There was
busy
no
burning the
meeting.
forest down.
There was no
And-
meeting.
And
There was no meeting.
There's a shot at the opening in the next morning where the tent opens and I've got like 50 and I'm like, oh God, I'm so cold.
What?
And then Connor's like, oh, he took them all.
thought
It's
he'd
like,
taken them
no,
all.
I took 1/4 of our supply.
No
There was
one
still
told
like
me.
200 other Cairo.
That's on you, bro.
Nobody told me.
He wasn't listening.
And
He
how was I
wasn't
supposed to have the
listening.
information? No, because I was busy building your tent.
But the truth is, the Cairo did fuck all.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it would have
I was
done-
gonna
it would
say.
have- placebo effect. It would have done
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Because I had to sleep, and I've never had to done this. Even in arts, I had to sleep where I fully enclosed the sleeping bag around me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's because you went to sleep in the car.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. Because we slept until like 4 a.m., 5
Yeah.
a.m., and I got so cold.
You
that
and I were in the car.
I couldn't,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate you because I wanted to go in the car and it was full by the time I woke up.
Yeah, because obviously everyone had the same idea. They're like, I want to be warm.
Yeah.
Because the moment you wake up when it's that cold,
Yeah.
you cannot get back to sleep.
No.
It
Yeah,
is
I couldn't
impossible.
get sleep.
So the moment in that time, it was like 5 a.m. because I remember it was sunrise. I just could not get back to sleep because I had to go pee. And I'd go, because we'd all been drinking the night before.
Yeah.
So I pissed a bunch and then I just could not go back to sleep. I was like, fuck this, I'm going to the car. Unfortunately, on this island, there was no car. So when you pissed, it was game over. Because I remember very
I had to
vividly.
go to the toilet as well.
It was like 3 a.m. I could hear the tide going in and out, and I was like, I think I have to pee. Like I can't hold it. So I go piss, but I knew the moment I got out
You
of
should
that
have just
sleeping
pissed
bag.
yourself. Kept warm.
Oh, great. Yeah, that definitely would have cooled down. So I left the sleeping bag knowing that it was bone. The moment I'd left the sleeping bag, I'll never get warm again.
Yeah.
Left the sleeping bag, went back, just could not fall asleep. I was so cold. I was shivering. I had 4 layers on me. Amazon basic sleeping bag. Did nothing. It was awful. And the whole time I heard fucking like crisp packets, Cairos being ripped open in his tent.
Crisp packets.
It sounded like crisp packets. You know, like the Cairo,
like
the plastic.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, there's the 5th one. Oh, there's the
They
6th
did
one.
nothing. But you know, I woke up at the same
One.
issue. That series
It was awful. And then the next day, we'd already like fallen behind on everything because we just were miserable and we were feeling like shit. He's like, don't worry, you've got the best ryokan in all of Japan. And it was fine.
You had a private bath.
Did I?
No, no,
you had the private bath. He was like, I had a very basic ryokan room.
We filmed
And he's
you-
like,
we filmed you in my
Connor,
room."
Come to my room. I want to film something. I go in, private bath in his room. Oh, I just keep somehow lucking into the shittest thing on this trip. I just somehow keep missing out on the good things. And then the next day he's like, oh, I don't know what to film. Let's just go to the tomb of Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh, great. And we go there and it's just shit. It's the
That
worst
was the
thing I've
highlight of the
seen.
journey. It's like, it's run by a local yogurt factory.
Yeah. So it would have gone into disarray had a local yogurt factory not picked it up and funded the whole thing. Why?
The Tomb of Christ in Japan is funded by a local yogurt factory.
But there's a lot of places in that area of Japan that apparently, a lot of weird like stuff that they've claimed, like Adam and Eve apparently is 15 minutes down the road. It's such a load of bollocks.
On a scale of 1 to
It's
desperate
so bollocks.
community.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
It's such bollocks.
Wait, so what is this Tomb of Christ thing? Is it?
They claim that the Tomb of Christ is in Aomori.
Yeah.
There's a mound with a big wooden cross.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's it. That's the
And
Tomb
they've
of
got a
Christ.
big, they've got a text
What
in
was the
English.
name of the Japanese guy who
Right.
took the hit for him?
Iskiri?
Ishkiri. His
Ishkiri.
twin brother. His twin
Tomb
brother.
of Christ.
On the far right, can you get the Christ? read that out. Yeah.
Christ's grave.
You want to read it out? Well, I got to see it. Oh, hold on, I'll read it out to you, Gone.
Okay.
I'll give you a zoom in.
This is what really happened after
When Jesus was 21 years old, he came to Japan and pursued knowledge of divinity for 12 years.
Okay.
He went back to Judea at age 33 and engaged in his mission. However, at that time, people in Judea would not accept Christ's preachings. Instead, they arrested him and tried to crucify him on a cross. His younger brother, Ishkuri, casually took Christ's place and ended his life on the cross. Christ, who escaped the crucifixion, went through ups and downs of the travels and again came to Japan. He settled right here in what is now called Herai village and died at the age of 106 on the holy ground that is dedicated a burial mound on the right to deity Christ and a grave on the left to deity Ishkiri. The above description was given in testament by Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
There's a lot to unpack there.
They just made fan fiction.
His younger brother, Itskiri, casually took his place.
It's like, all right, mate, don't worry, I'll do it.
Like, I got you, bro.
I love the way his like 5,000 mile journeys referred to like
the
ups and downs of travel.
Just ups and downs.
Traveling across Mongolia, China. It's like, oh man.
Oh my God.
It's a funny old place. Oh, what we got? Oh, nuts. Buckingham Palace.
Just they expired in 2020. I don't think so. It's nuts, and they were in 2 packaging.
Yeah, you're probably good.
It's nuts.
Did you just recover from chronic diarrhea?
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine, right? Try it.
Nah, I'm good.
Why?
Just don't feel like eating some nuts.
Yeah, in the last episode, we had to take a break every like half hour because Connor was like shitting himself.
Yeah.
Like,
And now he's come out with expired nuts.
Wait, those are
nuts.
expired?
What are you trying to do to me?
Yeah, but it's fine. It's nuts.
Why did you offer me expired nuts?
They're not. They're not. They're
They,
just
look,
Best
they
Buy
don't
things.
look normal, Connor. There's
No,
something.
there's like sugar on them.
you regularly
Yeah,
eat
sugar.
expired nuts, Connor?
It's fine. It's
Is that your
not.
thing?
He's like, I'll take any nuts.
Google, do nuts expire?
Suffer the ups and downs of fucking.
Nuts can't expire.
Yeah.
However, they can change in taste or go rancid.
This is great.
Rancid like the man that.
Yeah, in the last Trash Taste recording, Connor was shitting himself every half an hour.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have food poisoning ever. It's not an illness.
fucking
It's a
wild.
mindset.
Huh?
It's a mindset.
You always have food poisoning. Every
do.
time he comes, like, I ate a sausage and I can't
wine.
stop shitting.
You have more wine?
What's wrong? You've got a problem.
Yeah, the man who
You've got a
it's
problem.
hilarious
No.
how the man who doesn't believe in food poisoning gets the most amount of food.
Hold on,
Yeah.
man.
Raw sausages.
Come on.
You eat your expired nuts and swig your Merlot.
Nuts don't expire.
I think
Right.
so.
So, I did the human doggu.
What's
The what?
The what?
is that?
Human what?
Human doggu.
Like human dog?
Yeah. That's what the health checkup's called in Japan, the bonus one.
Oh, you... Oh.
Ningen doku.
Yeah, but it's which is ningen doggu. It's like doggu.
No, doku.
No, it's doggu.
No.
Yeah, look at it.
No, it's
You're just making shit
No,
up.
the English version that they sent me, they sent me English and they said, oh, it means doggu?
Ningen doku da yo. Like
Dude.
dog as in like
Yeah, but
Human dog.
no,
You make it sound like a
they
I
sent
did
me,
the human dog.
They sent me the English version, so I was saying, and it just said human dog.
no, it's doc as in like doctor.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought they meant, but I just
Like
kept
a
calling
questionable
Yeah.
I
position.
just kept calling it human dog. So I did
That's something very different.
I did that, and I signed up because I was like, you know what? I was like, fuck it, give me the big boy health check, give me everything.
Like cover everything.
How's
Yeah.
your cholesterol
Yeah.
doing?
You know,
Is it better?
listen.
Is it better than last
We're
year?
joined together in that fact. Okay. What's your cholesterol?
Unspeakable.
Yeah, mine too.
Shit.
I've been C3 now.
It broke the measurement tool. Yeah.
You're C3 now?
It's always been C3
Oh, okay.
Oh damn.
That's
in Japan.
3 times the
That's still the
cholesterol.
worst. Yeah, but you know, it's fine. So I did the full health checkup, which
Yeah.
involved a few more things than
The human
normal
dog.
health checkup,
Yeah.
which involved the barium swallow.
Oh,
I've never done
stool
that.
test.
Yeah, you know, because I was actually kind of worried about my stomach. So I was like, why am I getting sick all the fucking time?
Because you eat
Yeah.
fucking expired food.
I wonder why.
It's fire though.
Your fridge is full of like
Yeah,
mold.
this it says it's expired in 2023, but it's probably
it's
good.
fine.
Dip, though.
Still tastes good.
Yeah.
So
It's a mindset.
it's a grind set. So I did that, and I'd love to. When are you doing this? Because you have to do it at a certain age.
I just get depression when I do it. I don't
Have you done the barium swallow?
Not the. That sounds really wrong. Who wants a Barry?
Do you want to describe what happens?
So normally in a Japanese health checkup, you have like 8 things that you'll do on like a conveyor belt in about 30 minutes. It's really impressive, actually. It's very efficient.
Yeah.
You'll do like a blood pressure test, which is not very useful. Because apparently blood pressure, you're only supposed to take it after sitting down for 5 minutes. So you even standing up to walk over to go do it. Will raise your blood pressure to the point where that test is pretty much useless.
Oh.
That would explain a lot.
Well,
That's why my blood pressure is 3 times higher than these.
Yeah.
Oh,
you do like a height and weight test. You know, they also compare you to your previous results, which is which is great. Love that. You'll do like a blood test. You'll go over and do a hearing test, a vision test. I had a bonus one in this one where I had to do they scanned my eyes. They blew like a thing in my eye.
Oh.
They blow air in your eye and then take a picture of your like retinas, I think.
That's
see if you've got,
that's normal.
Tumors and stuff
But it's not normal
sometimes.
for the normal health checkup.
Yeah. I have to do that every time I get like new
I've never done
prescription.
that, so I was like, whoa.
Well, they also do like X-ray and like cardiography.
So you do
and stuff like
you normally do an X-ray, you'll do a cardiography where they attach
Yeah.
your section. I did the thing that you do when you're pregnant. They put she was like, it's gonna be cold. I was like, what? And she squirts this thing all over my stomach and starts rubbing in like the
Out of context, that sentence. It's going to be cold, she said, and squirted all over my
I
stomach.
was like, what? I was like, okay.
Human dog.
And she's
I was like, yes, mommy.
now I'm doing the human dog. Sumimasen. And then she's like, roll over, boy. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I roll to my side. She'll scan it. She's like, no, more. And then I roll over on my back.
And now bark for me.
Yeah, it was weird. It was very weird. And then I had to go and do go to the doctor's office, and she's like, when was the last time you shit yourself? This morning. Okay, you're good then. And then you go into this room. You go into this room with like, it looks very like scientific. There's like this torture chamber-esque looking thing.
Okay.
All white. And it looks like a monstrosity of a machine. It looks terrifying. And then she's like, right. And she's trying her best to speak English to me. And I'm like, Japanese is okay. She's like, geppu shiteru. I was like, oh, shiteru. It's like to burp.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, she's like, drink this and do not burp. No burping. I was like, okay.
That's impossible for you.
Yeah.
No, fuck off.
That's what you do.
Fuck off
camera.
I do not burp. So I was like, well, how hard can it be? So I drink this substance, which is like a powder almost. It kind of reminds you of like sherbet. I drink the sherbet, and I'm like, oh, God. Immediately, I need to rip the biggest burp of my life. It's like a level 9 burp, like a full stomach burp. I was like, oh, my God. It's like, I go stand on this like torture device. So I go on this thing, and then it like they strap you in.
What the
Ankles and hands. And then she's like, now drink this. And I'm like, oh God. She's like, it's not going to taste good.
It's like how they made Captain America.
Yeah, and it's like pure glue. It's just pure like chalk. Like it's a viscous substance that has no flavor and it's just viscous.
Right.
So you have to drink the whole thing. And then they're like, all right, now we're going to spin you. And so they start spinning you. They start rotating you and like flipping you upside down and back to coat your stomach and all this thing. And if you burp, it fucks with it. So this whole time you're being spun around, you're like holding in the most intense burp of your life.
Right.
And then eventually you're done. And I was like, Kepu, ii. She's like, yeah. And I go, like the biggest burp. And she laughed. So then she goes, all right, now take this. And then gave me laxatives. Just shit out the
Now
barium.
shit yourself.
When was the last time you shit yourself?
I was literally about to make the joke of shit yourself.
Yeah.
So she goes, and so I go, oh, suimasen nanji gurai laxative. And she goes, you have 1 hour. I was like, oh, and my home's about 30 minutes away. I was like, you know what? I think I got it. So I go home. On the halfway home, I'm like, I'm walking home, cheeks tucked in, like a vice grip. I'm like, oh god. I get home, it's like a Niagara Fall remake. It's awful, and it's pure white.
Oh, wow.
Because you have to shit out the barrier.
Yeah.
You can't digest it.
Why?
Because you can't digest it.
Why?
It's like bad for you. It's like just chalk. So, and then I got my stomach scanned, and I was surprised to find it's all good.
Oh, good.
So I find
So you
you
went
went
through
through-
weak mindset.
You went through all
I
that.
think it's my colon. Got a colon scan.
Oh, time to get a colonoscopy.
Well,
then, eh?
yeah. Yeah.
Time to shove a camera up your
Yeah,
ass. then.
clearly you didn't do everything.
Have you done the
because
colonoscopy yet, you guys?
No.
You're
Not
getting
an
there,
endoscopy.
Huh?
though. Ooh.
That's disgusting.
What's an endoscopy?
Well, they put
Well,
like a
shove it down your
thick
throat.
cable down your mouth.
Oh, I think I
Into your
need to
throat.
do that actually.
Well,
Wait, what
yeah.
age is it mandatory in Japan to do colonoscopy?
40, 45,
I'm
something
gonna be gone by that point.
like that. The cholesterol will get
2
me.
days before my birthday. Get on the British Airways flight. Get me out of
I
here.
think it's in your 40s, I believe. 50.
Oh, good.
Many countries recommend that everyone should have their first colonoscopy by age 50. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, the
NHS
CDC says 45. There you go. I was
The
right.
NHS recommends 35, but only for high risk inherited. I don't know.
35 for you then, eh?
Don't get an endoscopy though. It's fucking awful.
You have to have anesthesia, right, for a colonoscopy, right?
Yeah,
They
but
have to,
I
like,
went.
put your
I used to
hand-
have I went to the worst doctor in Sendai, and he had like one from like 1965.
Oh my god.
And like these days, it's a fiber optic cable, and it goes up your nose, and it's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not that bad actually.
How many times have you done it?
I did this one time, and I've never forgotten it. It was unspeakably shit. It was like the worst thing I've ever had to do. Yeah, I had like some stomach ulcers. I was going, it was like 5-6 years ago. Lots of stomach ulcers. I was like, I need to check this out. And he was like, on endoscopy there, let's go. And this doctor's like, it's the doctor's so bad it doesn't exist now. It got shut down for reasons.
That's a good sign.
But they put me in like this broom cupboard. Literally a broom cupboard. It wasn't like a special operating room. It was like a broom cupboard, like the trash taste where you keep the merchandise room.
Yeah.
With like a chair, like a table in it that you lay down on. And I laid down on it, and he was like, drink this. Like coat your back of your throat and make it numb. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Drank it. It didn't really work. I don't know what happens, but it didn't work. Ooh. And then he brings in what looks like a snake. Like a rope used to fasten a fucking boat to a port. And I'm like, that. I thought, it's got to be a fiber optic cable. Yeah. I didn't know. If I'd known it was going to be like a rope, I would have been like, let's cancel the endoscopy. I'll just die. Like, and then they put a mouthpiece in. Oh. It's like Hannibal Lecter. Silence of the Lambs fucking shit. Yeah. And they put it in your mouth. And then the mouthpiece has a hole in it. Yeah. And they stick it in the hole. Oh. And you're like, oh! And the idea behind the thing that numbs your throat is you're not supposed to feel it. But I felt everything.
Oh my God.
And it went... I gagged continuously for 25 minutes.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
And it went down my esophagus into my stomach. And they've got like a live feed on a TV screen like this. Yeah. So I'm laying here, TV screen there. And I didn't want to fucking look at my insides. Yeah. So I'm like, literally like, like gagging for 25 minutes, covering my eyes. Yeah. And he's like, it's in your esophagus, just there. And I'm like, pushing it in. Further and further, giving like a running commentary. He's like, lower intestine down there. And I'm like, and like, and so he took the photo. So he's supposed to take like 5 or 6 photos, right? Yeah. So he gets the photos and he pulls it out like a anchor on a ship coming up or something.
On like a dot matrix printer. It's like,
yeah. And you can feel like, and it comes out and it's like, and like the people in the waiting room, they must have been traumatized. There's like 10 people in the waiting room and they would have heard everything. Yeah. And even the doctor, the guy and his assistant, I think even they were like, try to relax. I'm like, how the fuck can I relax? You put a Shinkansen down my throat. How the fuck can I relax? And then one of the pictures came out, and then they went, no printer paper. And they fucking run out of paper. So they're like, nearly all the photos, they were like,
It's like unusable.
and there was no memory. It wasn't like it didn't use like memory. So it was like it needs to come out directly from the printer there and then. No. And he was like, I remember him go in the corner. I was like, no. And he was like, maybe one more. And I was like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Luckily, the one photo looked all right. He just said I had like an inflamed stomach or something. He said like, your stomach acid very strong. I'm like, oh, great.
No, yours
like, but that's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing. Yo, my stomach acid built the
Stomach acid I've seen.
Your stomach acid lives.
Be careful how much cheese you eat. That's all I'm saying.
There are a lot of very sketchy doctor's offices here.
Yeah. There really is.
So many weird ones.
I walked into one last year when I was getting checked up where the doctor straight up was just smoking a cigarette in the room. That it was.
That's kind of badass though.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, I thought that for the first 2 seconds, and then I was like, wait a second.
He's working too hard to go out for a smoke break.
I
He
guess
just
so.
cares too much about
But
it.
this dude was like 80 years old, and he was just like,
Oh.
what seems to be the problem? And I was like,
No, because
yeah,
he
I gotta,
come
like-
up with some like fucking barbaric treatment. He's like, well,
No.
it looks like you're
So
gonna
that's what
amputate it.
happened. So like, I sat down. I was like, oh, like I've got like some lower back pain. So like, can you like get it checked
Remove
out?
the disc.
Take out your spine. No, so his way of testing it out was like, okay, take your shirt off, as he was fucking putting out a cigarette.
Take your pants off. What is this?
Just grabs my balls. Is like, now cough. No, he literally just takes his fist and just goes boom.
What the fuck?
in my lower spine. I'm like, ow, that hurt. And he was like, did that hurt? I was like, yeah, it fucking hurt. You just punched me in the spine. And he was like, okay, you're fine then. It's like, that'll be 1,200 yen, please.
I
It's
don't
like,
know. I mean, this isn't an isolated incident.
bad
I've been to
doctor's
several
experience,
bad doctors. One time I had a bad throat, and he looked inside my throat, and he recoiled in horror. I had like a throat infection, so it was very sore. He went,
Yeah.
oh! And like nearly fell off the chair. I'm like, you must have seen a bad throat before, right? Yeah. And then he, without saying anything, he got out a notepad and crayons and drew my throat silently. And I was sitting there like, am I going to die? This is what's happened here. And he went, this, your throat. And it was just like a bespoke drawing of just a big piece of red. He just got like a red crayon. It's gone like
my
this.
God.
Like, what is this? Just give me some tablets. Let me be done.
I've been stuck in referral hell currently. I've been trying to get like just to have a doctor look at something, but because I have hemophilia, they all want to know the opinion of a hemophilia doctor.
Sure.
So I went to this one doctor who was recommended. So I had to get so in Japan they have this ancient system where you can only go see a doctor at another hospital
If they refer you.
if they refer you. Found out that even within the same hospital, to go and see a different department, you need a referral from whoever the fuck sent you.
Yeah.
So I've been back and forth between like 4 hospitals now, trying to figure out, hey, can someone just like have a look? And they're like, sorry. So anyway, I go to the first doctor. And I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm diagnosed with this thing. Here's all my information. He's like, what the fuck do you want me to do then? I was like, well, I don't have any of this shit in Japanese, and I need all this stuff in Japanese written down in case there's like an emergency. So I would like if you can just test me or whatever the fuck you need to do, or just write down everything in Japanese. Because I need a doctor to do it. He was like, fuck off. I was like, oh,
Wow.
okay. He was like, get out. He was basically like, just don't waste my time. I was like,
really?
yeah,
What?
I was like, damn. So what
the fuck?
And he was the senior blood doctor at this hospital. So I booked another doctor at the hospital, and I was like, hey, can I so I had to come back another day. It's pretty far. Our hospitals are always out of the way.
Yeah.
So I go back again, and I'm like, hey, can I just want to get all this translated into Japanese. I need all this information. So if I need surgery in Japan, all the information is here in Japanese.
Yeah.
So they have it all. And she's like, oh, yeah, cool. So this seems like a pretty specialized disease. So you're going to have to go to a different hospital. I was like,
Oh my
What?
God.
what?
Jesus Christ.
So I was like, okay. So I went to the other hospital, and they were great. They were like, yep, don't worry, we got you. We'll have you written down. She's like, do you want like, and in Japan, they always ask you, I've never had this in the UK. They're like, do you want the cheap thing or the expensive thing? I was like, the expensive thing? She's like, one of them works for 12 hours. The other one works for 2 days. I was like, the 2-day one. Because there's like different clotting factors for your blood.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take the good one. My life is on the line. Presumably
Yeah.
I'll have the one that saves me.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then I'm like, okay, cool. So can I go to the other department to get this thing checked out? She's like, you got to go back to the original doctor who recommended you to the first hospital to get another referral letter to come to our hospital, but the other department. I was like, but I'm here right now. Can you just like tell them I can? They're like, no. So I had to go back to the first doctor who I hadn't been to for months. I was like, hey, I need another referral. She was like, what? She's like, I've already given you 2.
It's like a
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls quest.
And I'm like, I
or
just want to get this thing
Skyrim.
checked out.
It's easy to get a letter from Buckingham Palace, apparently.
Yeah.
I think getting in the Buckingham Palace is easier than getting a fucking doctor to check something. So I've been on this quest for about a year now, just trying to get this like.
Jesus, and you still haven't got it.
No, still haven't
What
got
the
it.
fuck?
I mean, yeah, if I had a serious health issue, I'd be like, I'm going somewhere else.
Which made me think I was like, should I just go to like the UK or America and just get it done?
Well, I mean,
Think
it's
it-
like like Charlotte with the thyroid, right? One of her
can't get
thyroids
shit done
just stopped
here.
working, and we went to some doctors here. It was awful. I went to one in Sendai with her, and she went in. She came out really upset. I was like, "What did he say?" The guy literally went, "Oh, maybe thyroid cancer. Come back in 8 weeks."
Yeah, it's
And I was
ridiculous.
like, what? This needs to be acted on now. And it
Yeah.
was like horrendous. And so in the end, she went to, luckily, got to America to get the surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
Japan
it's
doesn't really
expensive,
know what
so
to do
you
with
will, but,
thyroid.
you know.
Thyroid stuff in Japan is like medieval chemistry.
Yeah.
They
It's
made me
like-
sign up to a subscription service where I had to pay. I had to pay $100 a month because I have a rare disease. They have some rare disease coverage in Japan. Because the government will like take all your samples and do tests on it, but you'll never be asked to pay more than like $100 for anything ever.
Jesus.
But I was like, this is weird.
That
Why am I?
sounds like a scam.
Well,
Yeah,
no, so I
you've
pay
been done,
$100
mate.
a month,
You've been done.
because normally the medicine, I think like the factor rate medicine, I think it's a couple of grand if you want to get a shot. of it.
Right.
But also, at the same time, I was like, I don't want a subscription service, and I don't think I'm going to be in hospital that often for this. So if I need that one-time 5K shot, just give me the 5K.
Yeah.
Like, I'll
Don't even think about going to a
just
doctor.
go bankrupt. I'd
a
rather
doctor
go-
in Japan for mental health.
Oh my
And a
god.
friend of mine went in
Like
with
the
depression, and the doctor went, "You should be more happy." It's like, depression is solved.
Oh my god.
It only took
Like,
this long.
I think the Japan
should
medical
be
system,
more
from my-
happy.
From my experience, it's very good if you have a routine problem.
Yeah.
If you have something that is very normal to be fixed very
Yeah.
easily, it's great because they'll get it
I was
done.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I got a sore back, or I got
Right,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I have a bit of a
it'll be
cough,
fantastic.
or I have a
But
bit of
the
a thing.
moment there's like a complication or a little bit of
Yeah.
difficulty, it just feels like the system isn't built for it. It's just like collapses. They're like, sorry.
Because it's outside the protocol a lot
they're
of the
like,
times.
oh,
Yeah.
sorry, you have mental health. Take
I
a
had.
bath.
I remember one time when I was a teacher, one day for some reason I had really bad heart palpitations, and I was like, something wrong with my heart. And my teachers were like, "You're young, don't worry." I'm like, I know I'm young, but people
do die.
Yeah,
under
yeah,
30 can still die.
Yeah.
And we went to the doctors, and they didn't really take it seriously. But they did. Eventually, they did scan it, and I don't know what was wrong that day. I just had really bad heart palpitations.
Well, the same thing happened
Too
when
much
like
cheese,
yeah,
Camembert.
Camembert.
The
Camembert palpitations.
yeah. Well, the same thing happened when like Aki, had that like kidney problem, and we went to like a nearby clinic and we did a blood test, just to see like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much bacteria was in the blood. And we got it back the next day, and the clinic was like, "Yeah, so it's like kind of bad. We can refer you to a big hospital if you want." And I was like, yes, please. I don't want to
Yes.
risk anything. So we got the referral, immediately went to the hospital, the bigger hospital nearby. And the doctor was like, okay, I see the referral. Let me do a blood check. Does the blood check. An hour later, he comes back and he's like, yeah, you're going to have to stay in this hospital because any higher than this, you're going to die. And I was like, hang on a second. The clinic doctor was
yeah.
like, oh, yeah, it could get better sometime, I guess. And now you're telling me she was about to die? Like,
It's
terrifying,
very
man.
frustrating because I feel like unless you're kind of a bit of a Karen, you kind of don't get what you need.
yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
You'll hear stories where like if someone doesn't like really like I need this, the doctor will be like, oh, sure, good night.
I remember.
Yeah.
If you say so.
I remember talking
Yeah.
to American Pete when he had appendicitis.
Oh my god,
Oh,
And it was
God.
like hearing what he was going through. They didn't give him painkillers. And my friend had appendicitis. It's like apparently it's the most like painful thing you can experience.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the UK, it's like here's some morphine. Let's get.
Yeah.
And he had nothing.
Oh, there's like a million stories on Reddit of people having to like beg
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like stronger
He
painkillers.
was in
Yeah.
pure
Yeah.
agony, poor old Pete. And
they
like,
just don't believe in like painkillers. Like, come on, stay.
take the pain. You
Come
can
on,
do
stay.
it. Like,
Which is like the most terrifying word or phrase you
but
can hear.
Yeah.
It's the most terrifying phrase you
Yeah.
can hear from a doctor. Just
Just bear with
power
it.
through.
Just
Yeah,
bear with it.
watch out.
Bear with it. You got it. You got
Yeah.
it.
I think Japan's like that because of all the natural disasters they sort of
It
have
only
to.
it like makes like getting old in Japan a little scary because you're like
Yeah.
the more health problems I have, the more I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
It's a fucking miracle there are this many old people in Japan.
I think because they
If you
just don't
think
get
about it
sick.
that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you braced for the mega quake?
Oh
The
god.
mega quake that's
Nankai
coming.
quake.
Mega quake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
Nankai
happen
trough.
soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I was talking to a couple of friends, and they were like, "Yes, I've stocked up on toilet paper and tissues," and I'm like,
They've learned
bigger
from-
things to worry about.
They've learned from COVID,
I mean,
obviously.
I've stocked up on Camembert. Oh, fridge is full.
Wait,
Yeah,
you do that normally?
yeah. That's just your normal fridge.
It's like double it.
I'm actually one of the things I've been working on this year is earthquake documentary. I've been I'm working with a production company on. I'm doing a big serious thing, and it was about this mega earthquake.
That is now
And
scheduled.
that's now happening. I'm like, oh fuck, we've got to get out quicker now.
Yeah.
Because like it could well happen soon.
What says
Yeah.
what was it again? It's like 80 to 90% chance in the next
20,
20,
30
30 years, something like that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No, didn't they say something was going to happen within like a month? There was like a because of the
It may or may not, but
I hope
with
not.
the 2011, do you remember the 2011 super huge Tohoku earthquake tsunami?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
felt that one, right?
I wasn't here.
Oh,
that
fuck.
was 1 year.
Missed out.
Oh,
Imagine
you missed out
Imagine
on
the
that.
book chapter on that you could have
Chapter
gotten.
3, shaking.
Oh, it would have
God,
been 9
imagine
chapters
all the
long.
content you could have made.
Oh.
Like, bro.
But like before the 9.1 magnitude earthquake in 2011, there was a magnitude 7 earthquake that went under the radar a little bit a few weeks or months beforehand.
All right.
And they kind of think like, oh, we should have maybe taken that a bit more seriously. And I think that is now why they're taking this one more seriously. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But
I mean, Tokyo gets shaken, it's game over.
well, Tokyo isn't, direct. It's next to the Nankai Trough. The Nankai Trough is more focused on Shikoku, Osaka, Kochi, that sort of.
It kind of extends
Japan.
up to Shizuoka.
Well,
It was still
Kobe
affected.
Kobe got absolutely ruined.
Yeah, because the earthquake was like directly
on it,
underneath
yeah,
Kobe.
yeah.
So but I've been working on a documentary on this because I think nobody really knows what to do when there's an earthquake in Japan. There's a lot of naivety, and especially with 30 million tourists coming this year. They don't know what to do if an earthquake hits. Hell, I don't really know what to
TikTok
do.
Do you know what to do? Do you know what to do?
Do I know what to do?
Yeah.
Go on TikTok and watch people. Have you heard there's an earthquake in Japan that's coming?
Just go under the door frame and hope for the
Earth
best.
top 10 earthquake hacks.
Top 10 evacuation spots in Japan.
Why is nobody
Like
talking about
Number
fill-
one,
fills the
Mega
bathtub.
Donggu.
That's what everyone does. They fill a bathtub.
Nobody's talking about the Nankai Trough. So you get on the table. If there's an earthquake in here now, we'd get under the table. We'd take the
Yes.
wine.
Yeah.
You don't want that spilled everywhere.
There's no
That goes
fucking room
first.
for us here.
Well, you could wait outside. You're young.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Save
you're
the elderly.
Yeah, you're the youngest.
The young, you don't need those.
Wait, no, I should be the one who survives.
Nah,
I have more
nah.
to do.
Well, who's the oldest
Nah.
here?
I think you're the oldest.
Fuck.
How old are you?
34?
Fucking hell,
You're 34.
Yeah, I think you're like a month older than me, right?
That doesn't matter. Well, fucking Saishogu junkie who goes on the table. Rock, paper, scissors this shit. But no, so I think there's a genuine... I've seen people cancel hotels, trips to Japan over this at the moment because
Good.
when it's like, oh, we're going to Japan, oh, the megaquake, I think I'll just stay home that week. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to be
Within
here
the
when
next 20 years, though.
But like I never took earthquakes that seriously, right? Because
Yeah.
you experience a lot in North Japan. There's a lot more up there, and you'd be like, "Oh, the table's shaking," and then in 2022, I experienced the magnitude 7.2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to die. The whole fucking building.
Yeah.
The Charlotte's tea collection came down. It's like, not the tea. And there's crockery smashing. The studio got fucked, water leaking. That was really unsettling. Because like usually earthquakes, you sort of start slowly and it builds
Yeah.
up. That one, the chair just went like that. I was
Yeah.
sitting down, the chair just went up. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
The worst is the fucking alarm.
And
Yeah.
the alarm. Well, you hear it the other day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it
Yeah.
the other
I
day.
was in a restaurant with Ian. And he's like, okay, mate, we're going to die now. And I'm like, well,
It's like you brace yourself and you like wait for like that first hit. And then
Yeah.
you're like, seems okay. I don't think I need to panic just yet.
And then
All right.
boom!
whoop, earthquake.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. It's one of the most traumatic sounds to hear
Yeah.
in Japan.
And you just see this like graphic of a tsunami taking over a building on my
Yeah.
phone. That's all I saw. It was the big triangle of a building falling to a tsunami. I was like, oh, guess I'll die.
Yeah.
It's scary. We take
And
it
then
for
my internet
granted.
went out. God, that was scarier than the thing. My internet went out for like 20 minutes.
It's worse than the apocalypse.
Oh,
isn't it?
no.
Connor without internet. Took you to a ryokan this year
Oh, fuck off.
with no internet, and he nearly like went
No,
berserk. He
so
nearly
I-
like
no,
it was
no,
like
no,
The
no.
Shining.
Again,
you know when he
again,
ends
a
up in the
classic Chris
hotel.
move. Not telling me anything. He particularly
throwing the ball.
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me anything, right? And so I'm like, what are we doing? Just tell me what we're doing. I can't tell you.
Don't do that.
And then like he was like 20 minutes before, he's like, all right, Connor, really fun. We're going to a place with no internet. Bear in mind, the next day,
Or no electricity.
yeah, I have to release the suit video, and I'm literally in the middle of talking with them about what time we're going to release the suit, all this and stuff, and I'm like, I need to do this right now. I can't go to a place with no internet. I got to sort this out. This video's going live tomorrow. And Chris was like, we're going to a place with no internet, and I was like, what?
There was no electricity. Full stop.
Nothing,
right?
nothing.
Yeah.
And so
Powered
we
by
got
lamps.
there, and I was like, maybe there'll be some signal. No signal at all. 'Cause you're in a valley.
Yeah.
No signal, no Wi-Fi, nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
amazing,
fuck,
really
I'm
nice.
fucked. I
Very
got to
nice.
release this
That
video
sounds like an
tomorrow.
awesome experience.
But I both Paul, the cameraman, and I we both agree we think about that place a lot. It was so nice.
I enjoyed it.
Mr. Young,
I want to preface. I had a lot of fun. It was just a shame that you literally did it on the one day where I really needed to be available.
Yeah, and then we got out of there and you went, "Oh, it's tomorrow." I remember vividly. You went, "Oh, it's actually tomorrow. No problem."
No, I started to talk to them about it. So I started to pick up about it.
But it was so nice. Where, everyone in the world now wakes up and they look at their phone and they doom scroll X or the fuck it's called these days, about how shit everything is and how everyone's awful. And they go, I hate humanity, it's rubbish. That morning I woke up and I heard the birds in the trees.
No, you didn't.
I heard Connor going, I heard the sound of the babbling brook, the wind in the trees. It was like, this is fucking magical.
This is a classic YouTube propaganda. This
Watch
is not
the
what
video.
happened.
You watched the video.
It's
so nice.
First of all, here's what happened. 2 minutes in, right, he needs to do some YouTube a bit where he talks about it. He pulls out his phone to Google something about the place. He's like,
No internet.
He's like, so it's a ryokan in the trees. It's like the broader Japan Empire crumbles so quickly without Google to quickly preface.
Oh my god!
So he knows nothing about this place. We get there and he's like, there's a lamp and a gift store, and you're like, oh great, oh it's so good. And then he's like, no, this is the best thing ever. It's got an iconic outdoor ryokan and waterfall.
Yeah.
So we go. I'm like, all right, sure. At least we can do that. So we go in, and it's all mixed gendered as well.
Yeah.
So we go in, and we go into this outdoor ryokan, and it doesn't look bad, but you can't see the waterfall. It's like blocked for some reason. Mm-hmm. And then we take one step in this outdoor onsen, and it's at best like room temperature water. And then you take one step in and you pick like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cum of slime. It's just covered in moss. It's absolutely coated in moss.
It was like a filthy puddle.
And it's like a layer of oil and slime. And moss. So you can't even like sit down in it. So you're kind of like a little chicken. You got your feet in and your butt like kind of in. You're freezing. It's lukewarm. You're like, this is shit. This is so shit. And he's trying to film it, be like, this is outdoor. I'm like, no, this is bollocks. This is the worst ryokan I've ever been to.
The indoor one was nice. The indoor.
And we go to the indoor one. It was okay. It was good. And then there was a mixed sex one, which looked like just some kind of goon cave. It looked awful. It was a mixed sex onsen. And it looked like a cave hidden. It was not good. But, to be fair, and then, the worst part about the thing was, the whole worst part about this is that they said there was an alarm attached to the light. So you couldn't turn off the lamp, the oil lamp. There was no alarm attached to this lamp, to preface, because it was just a lamp that burned oil.
You smashed your head against it, didn't you?
And I kept smashing my head against it because the room was so small, and it was literally like this height when I stand up. So I kept smashing my head against the thing. You couldn't turn it off. You had a kerosene heater that you had to leave on, otherwise you would freeze to death because you were in the valley, but you had to turn it off while you sleep. So I went to bed with 4 layers because it was a ryokan, right? So it was just me in the room. But I had all of the futons.
What is it with you and freezing to death while you sleep?
Paul and I had a lovely night. He had a lovely night.
They did not. So, actually, you know why? He had a lovely night? I know why. So I got given the scenic view where 2 sides of my walls were basically like touching outside.
Okay.
Whereas he only had one, like the window, one side. So I had 2 walls, paper thin walls that were against the outdoors. So I was fucking freezing. And so
you wanted that room.
The moment the kerosene heater, I turned it off, right? My room already stunk of kerosene. Absolutely vile
It does smell quite bad.
Yeah.
Vile smell. If you don't like the smell of oil burning, you're fucked.
I kind of love the kerosene heaters.
You're going to like this place.
Yeah,
It's good, but
He's
it's a bit
smart.
much.
Yeah.
It is.
Garn's going to love it.
I like kerosene smell.
It feels like nostalgic, you know?
Yeah,
nostalgic.
The good old days.
The good old days.
Something snuffed out of existence. It's a truly nostalgic experience. Anyway, so
It's not carbon monoxide.
well, I may as well have been. So I have 4 layers on me, right? And it's like -7 or 8, I think, during the night. So, but obviously the heater turns off, and everyone has to turn off their heater.
Yeah.
So I woke up, and I was like fucking freezing with like 4 layers. And there was like frost on a little bit of my blanket. I was like, this is fucked. This is so fucked. And I'm like dying. And I'm like,
Put the heater on then, you know.
the whole night, I had to, but it takes a while to heat up. And the whole night I could hear the walls vibrating because they're paper.
Right.
and it's his fucking snoring. He's snoring so loudly that the wall is vibrating.
Yeah, I've definitely experienced that.
And so then we go to, but to be fair, I will admit, the dinner and breakfast was phenomenal.
Oh,
and then the
glad
guy
you like
came out.
something.
The guy came out like the menu and did like this is a fish that I caught, and everyone was sitting there like a cult, like waiting for him to finish, just so we could eat. It was good though. It was good.
Damn.
It was good.
What's the nicest place you've stayed?
But it
in
was
Japan?
fun. I will say it was fun.
The
was
nicest
good.
place I've stayed in Japan?
Trying to think.
Is there a place you go back to and think about? Like I think about that place a lot.
It was fun though. I will
Mainly
admit.
for his-
Yeah.
mainly for his misery and the joy it brought me.
But I think if we'd have brought, we should have, because you brought a bag of snacks. I think if we'd have brought a couple more beers, we brought some cards or something. It would have
It's
been
all
a
about
really
the
good-
beers.
It would
It's
have
all
been a really
about-
good night because we could have just played cards and
Just get sloshed.
Yeah.
It just felt like, as you said in the video, like if there was like the end of the world,
you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. It's
No
so weird.
electricity. Just one payphone, right? That
I mean,
didn't
I
work.
think there's a certain charm to that. Just
really is,
cutting
yeah.
yourself off from the world.
Detoxing from the
I
world.
can't
Yeah.
think of any other place in Japan that has that. You know, even
Yeah.
on Mount Fuji on the cabin, 3,000 meters up, right? People have got their phones and reception.
Mm.
Nowhere else in Japan I've gone has that level of like escapism. And I won't-
Escapism.
I call it beauty and escapism. He calls it torture.
Yeah.
One man's escapism and there's another man's downfall.
It was good, and it was very cheap. I was like, how
It
much
was like $50.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much did you spend on the video that's coming out with me? and you?
10,000.
He spent 10.
No, £10,000.
10. So what?
Holy
$15,000
To do what?
So I spend like
Uh,
100 quid.
Actually, it should be out by the time this is out. We you can rent an entire castle.
Oh.
And you can get a whole samurai lord experience.
Oh, okay.
So they had like gun salutes and dudes playing the drum. And we got to wear full samurai armor. And then we had a butler 24/7. He was really good. That was the best butler I've ever
That
had.
was brilliant. So I spent about
Out of all
100.
the butlers I've had, this
Yeah.
one was the
I
best.
spent
I had like two.
$100 on your
Yeah, you did
magical
fucking-
retreat. He spent
Sure.
$15,000.
And my video's going to do worse too, for sure.
Probably.
It's just bastard.
Probably.
It was a really fun video though. We got a lot of fun.
Well, you spent $15,000 to just get pampered and just
Well, we stayed in the castle. We got to sleep, and the best part
played the
about
Shogun.
we basically did Shogun. And
Yeah.
the best part about it was that we got
John Blackthorne himself.
we in the castle before we went to bed. We got before the meal. We got a private dance.
That sounds
And,
really sounds a lot better than
It is Shogun then.
where
It was a human dog.
It was a Shinto like Buddhist dance. But the best part about this dance is that halfway through the show, they would like drag you to dance. And so I got to see Chris awkwardly dance with these Shinto, like this like.
That's definitely worth 15K.
Yeah,
So worth it because he looked so out of touch. And he was like, spin, spin. And it was like spinning around. It's so funny.
It's like Peep Show when he's doing the rainbow rhythms. And he's like,
And yeah, it was very funny. It was very good.
it'll be
Nice.
$15,000.
I'm not gonna
$15,000.
get it back, but it was a really fun video.
And then Joey's like messaging me every once in a blue moon. He's like, "How would you like to try a bucket of sushi, mate?" And fucking
Hey,
dragged
that
me
video
off
did well.
to eat some sushi against like another food fighter.
Yeah.
Interesting how the food fighters in Japan are girls and they're like 4 foot.
Yeah, they're the tiniest people alive. I don't
It's
know
magic.
how they do
when
it.
I had my one,
when
I had my one.
I did a food fighting video, and we had a food fighter,
Yeah.
and he didn't do it, and he was really upset about
didn't do it?
He couldn't finish it.
that's rubbish.
He was, and he was really upset about it. But then Mudan messaged me, and he was like, "Hey man, I gotta stop editing this video." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "The noises he's making while he's eating is making me sick." I was like,
Did that
"What?"
video come out?
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
When?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
years ago,
Oh,
2 years ago. It was vile. It was like okonomiyaki that was been like soggiest okonomiyaki with fried chicken.
oh, fucking hell.
It was not good.
I met 3 food fighters. They're always Japanese women, late 20s, 4'2",
Yeah.
and they're magic.
Yeah, and
Because they eat everything. And
Yeah.
they stand up and they go. They dance around. Like,
Well, the one that we did
the food magically goes.
Well, the
into
one that
their
we did
stomach.
a video with, she didn't even do that. She was
was so
seated the
powerful.
whole time. And
She beat me, you, and Pete, right?
yeah, we
she
ate
out-ate us.
We ate 72 between the three of us plates of sushi. She ate 80.
Oh my
I
god.
was
And-
so angry. It was so
Yeah.
close.
And,
I
was
and on
actually-
top of that, she was eating like ice creams and fruit that didn't count towards the total. She was just
She
like,
just
yeah.
wanted to. She
Yeah,
just
like,
wanted
I
to.
just feel like
I'm just craving it.
No,
yeah.
I'd
same.
solo. I'd solo.
You're
There you go,
gonna
that's
win.
your
Yeah.
next video.
I'd solo.
That's your next video.
But it was disappointing. I was a point where I genuinely thought we were going to win.
Yeah.
Like, take this.
She was
And then
playing
he
us the
destroyed
whole
us.
time. Yeah.
Fuck.
My rate for drinking alcohol has just like lowered year by year now. So I probably drink maybe like once or twice a month at this rate. Which is
Damn.
I know.
Getting healthy, man.
I know,
Getting
but
healthy.
at the same time, when I do drink, I get sloshed.
You want some more wine?
Yeah, right.
Damn, I've been drinking less actually. You want
Yeah.
some more wine? Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, fucking.
Well, go big or go home.
I'm not gonna say no. I was just saying, like, I've been drinking less and less.
Yeah, I came in on a Joey monologue being like, I've actually been drinking less and less and I've been getting more healthy. And I'm like, damn, good for you, bro. You want more wine? And he was like, fuck yeah, man.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Melee, who's polished this off?
Uh,
You haven't even touched yours.
I haven't
but this is
either.
my
Yeah.
third glass. You
Fucking
can't.
Pussy Boy Club. Get your clear,
Pussy
strong
Boy Club.
zero.
What is it? Is this strong zero?
Drink it.
It's
We'll drink down
basically
the-
strong zero.
It's basically,
So
it's
we're going to record some Patreon stuff after this. So if you want to watch
Yeah.
that with us, slightly drunk, you can get
Slightly
watch
drunk
those.
if you drink
slightly
it.
drunk. You ready for Trivial Pursuit?
I think I only want to do it if you all drink this.
We'll drink it.
What?
during-
We'll drink it. We'll
It'll
drink it
be
during.
the most incredible Trivial Pursuit.
We got like fucking.
Oh, fuck it. What's the capital of Zimbabwe? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Got it.
a little bit of Robert McDonald.
Oh, God.
Fucking hell.
All right, what else have you been up to there?
In between a best-selling book, killing you on an island.
Yeah, what's on the bucket list?
Okay,
What's on the-
anything important?
What's the best cheese board you've had?
Yeah.
This year?
That's the one at the Abroad Japan bar.
Fuck off. No, it's not.
Oh, it's tailor made for the Chris Abroad in Japan taste.
It is.
That's
Mature
how it's
cheddar
supposed to be
cheese from Somerset, my friend.
Where are you sourcing your cheese?
Barry down a pub. my friend owns Hobgoblin in the British pub in Tokyo.
Oh,
he also
okay.
supplies British food to Japan, like sausages, bacon, cheese.
He's trying to get sausages, right? He's
He's trying to get sausages. He's
Are
working
they
on
in
it.
yet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's game over for my cholesterol on sausages are in.
You've already, well, you got 3C or something? What was your cholesterol?
It's going to be D4 when I'm by the time the sausages.
D69.
Sausages are like number one food.
Why can't we get British sausages in Japan?
You really struggle to get that word.
Yo, this wine be hitting, man. This wine be hitting.
Because importing meat, I think each individual item like needs to be approved. I think it takes a long time to get like the approvals to.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then I guess you got to figure out like I don't know, like what do you import? Cumberland sausages would be so fucking good.
God, I can't wait.
What are you laughing about?
This
everything.
podcast has evolved into ranking sausages all
I
over
think
the
Oh,
world.
sausage is so good.
Yeah.
I'm at a point in my career though where you ever feel like your career's peaked and it's sort of going like this?
I thought you said that about when you interviewed Ken Watanabe though.
Yeah. You're like, this is the peak of my career. It's all downhill
I
from here.
specifically remember this exact same conversation.
Yeah.
We're like, I don't know what the fuck to do now.
I think it's as you guys know, during COVID 2020, 2021,
Yeah.
every video you could be like, I looked at a tree, 8 million views. Because everyone's just inside.
It's like,
No
My
way.
favorite video.
a real tree.
I remember in 2019, I was this close to quitting YouTube. I was a bit like burnt out, a bit fed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should live somewhere else now. And then COVID happened, buckled down, kind of embraced Japan more. And 2020, 21, probably the best 2 years of videos on Abroad in Japan. Trash Taste took off. And then,
Yeah.
but then after that, it's like the microwave.
The microwave just went ding.
The microwave went off at the perfect time. And then that was the end of my career.
And then my career is
Like-
just ding.
Now it's like it's harder to get views. I've seen every single YouTube channel has declined in views. I think because people are battling against shorts and reels and TikTok.
Yeah.
There's streamers, filth, and it's harder to win and get
Yeah.
the views, and it's harder to attract attention.
Well, yeah, the competition has definitely increased.
But did you do it for the views, Chris?
Well, it's your fucking job.
Of course I did.
I have to get some views. You know?
Yeah, I got to pay rent
Yeah.
somehow,
I mean, I'm definitely mindful that I make videos because I think, well, let's get 1 million views.
Yeah.
Like my team, folks I work with, they come to me with ideas, and if it's not like 1 million view idea, I'm like, get out, you're fired. One of the best staff I've got, Ellen. She came to me, she's like, what about the oldest tree in Japan, the Yakisugi tree? I was like, get out, you disgust me. Nobody wants to watch a video about a tree.
That'd be a great short.
You love that tree, don't you?
Oh, the one in Yakushima?
Yeah.
I haven't been to it.
That'd be a great shorts though. That's
I would
like
do it for a short.
That's like
Yeah.
this is the oldest. This is the oldest tree in Japan.
what this tree holds.
And like people will be like, "Wow,
make it work.
the culture in Japan.
We
Wow."
can make it work. It'd be like 10 minutes of us being like, it's a fucking tree.
It's a tree,
Shit.
mate. A little bit of tree.
Yeah, the problem is though, it's I tried to do that hike because you have to hike into it on Yakushima.
I failed Japan's
Yeah,
hike to the oldest tree in Japan.
I was gonna hike there the first time I went to Yakushima with Aki, but it's a 15-hour hike one way. And you have to, so you start at one point at the edge of the island, right? And the tree's literally in the middle of the
Just fly
island.
to the other side.
Yeah, helicopter.
I was
Yeah,
like,
helicopter. innit?
Where's my copter?
Helicopter.
Yeah, so it's a 15-hour hike there.
Imagine the blades chop up the tree. The Yakisugi tree.
I need to get closer to it.
2,000 of
Yeah.
years.
Do we have an image of this
It's
tree?
the Jomonsugi tree.
This
yeah.
is no ordinary tree, mate. This is the fucking Jomonsugi.
Yeah. So it's a 15-hour hike, one way, and then you see the tree, and then to get back, you have to sleep over in a cabin.
Open the image.
Open
of
it.
halfway.
Yeah.
That's the
hike.
hike right there.
This is a wacky weekend.
This is so shit.
Because you'd be like, it's shit. This is
Yeah, I
rubbish.
would.
There's a
Yeah.
tree.
I
it's
hiked
a pretty cool tree.
15 hours to see a tree.
7,000-year-old tree.
It's the oldest
Oh.
tree.
Wait, that's pretty fucking cool.
7,000.
Yeah.
7,000.
That's pretty hype.
That's insane.
It's one of
Yeah.
the oldest trees in the world, I
That
think.
is absurd.
That's a wacky weekend then, isn't it? There you go.
I really want to do this hike.
How big is it?
It's between 2,000.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay,
That's
now-
Wait. That's pretty awesome.
That's a pretty big gap, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Between 2,000 and 7,000.
Have they not done tests on it? Like,
Wait, how big is it?
it's gigantic.
Why is this so
Why don't you think this video will work?
Well, the more I think about it, the better
Just
it gets.
like look.
16 meters.
That's easy clickbait. You're just like,
What would you call it? I
hiked
hiked
fi-
15 hours.
No,
see
it's
a
more than that because you got to hike back.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hiked 30 hours to see a 7,000-year-old tree.
I'm going to do it now just to see if it gets any. It will get.
I want to do it.
Yeah.
9 to
If I-
11 hours track.
Yeah.
If I release
Yeah.
that
One
abroad
way.
Japan, that'll get 500,000 views, I reckon. If it's not a million, I don't get out of bed.
I feel like the 7,000 years is like that's a
No,
good.
here's the strat. Make a video on it, but then also make a short and see which one does better.
There's a tree in Japan.
Yeah.
It's so good you'll come. I fucking hate shorts though.
The reason why
Yeah.
it takes so long to hike is because you'll goon for 3 hours once you get.
Have you ever released a short or a TikTok?
I've done a reel or two. I did like one short of me talking to a robot. I did do well, but
Yeah.
like it's just I like telling a story and having a story to tell, and I feel
Yeah.
in a short it's like you have to speed run your story. And
Yeah, but sometimes
it's good for like jokes, right? It's good for like
Yeah.
clipping a joke or something.
But there's a lot of things I feel in Japan where it's just not interesting enough to do a full video
Well,
on.
there we go.
Or
Yeah.
like that, for instance.
How would
right?
you do that? How would you narrate that? Go. There's a tree in Japan. What would you say?
There is a giant tree in the middle of Japan on this
What is this
island.
voice?
Yeah.
This
This is how they all
This is
sound.
Joey Shorts.
This is how they all sound.
I feel like the thing that makes this video.
Are you drunk?
I feel like the thing that makes this video is the fucking hike you have to do to get to
Yeah.
it. If it was like
The
a fucking
bands are
tourist
on the way and
attraction,
back.
there'd be no story
We can
arc.
make it work.
And again, the fact that you have to stay over at a hut in the middle of the hike
it's
to
kinda
get
cool.
back.
Yeah, but there'd be
I'm-
spiders and snakes.
Oh, but that's perfect for you two because
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the plane the whole time.
This forest inspired Princess Mononoke.
Oh,
Hayao
I see
Miyazaki
it.
went
I see
here.
it. I see
Like,
it.
done. I'll steal
Yeah.
When
this.
Chris was drunk, I was trying to convince him to do a triathlon with me. I want to do a triathlon. An Olympic triathlon.
I
I'll
would
do it,
pay
easy.
to see that.
Easy peasy. Lemon.
It's not too bad. It's
I've done
only,
Spartan races.
It's only, yeah, but that's shit. That's
Oh.
wait, you didn't even do the last one.
Yeah, I got a bit sick. Got a bit hot.
It's because the Olympic triathlon is 1.5k swim,
Easy.
10k run,
Do it in my
and a
sleep.
40k cycle,
Do it backwards.
Yeah, no thanks.
which doesn't seem that bad.
I don't know. I'm good.
Can we do it for charity? So
we
if
can,
I
yeah,
died
yeah.
for some good cause.
Yeah, we could do a charity.
If I died halfway through the triathlon, would the money still go to charity?
I think we would pivot charity to the estate of Chris. Funeral.
Can we use the money for a statue in near
could.
the Yakisugi tree?
I think we could both do it.
I want to be enshrined by
We
the
could both do a
Yakisugi tree.
triathlon easily.
Yeah, Chris Bread, Belland in Japan.
He likes Chris bread.
I think the only one you're struggling with is the swim, right?
Yeah.
I would not be.
40K
I would not be able to do
cycle.
the swim.
Really?
Nah.
Can we do the
You're
swim?
Australian. I think you have to do.
Can we
that to get
do-
the
I'm
swim.
also Asian.
Wait, though,
Ah.
can we do the swim backstroke?
Yeah, you can do it however.
You can do it however you want.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Easy peasy.
Why does that help?
Wait, is
Why
it,
is backstroke easier?
Is because you just sort of go, easy, innit?
Have you ever done backstroke?
Imagine he gets 1.5k in the wrong direction.
You can't see where the fuck you're going.
Is it
with
timed?
backstroke.
You have to do it.
No, but it's like pretty generous. Like there's a lot of people who are like very bad at it.
Look, I mean, somebody told me 2 years ago I would do chess boxing,
We could do
fucking
it.
Spartan races, and cycle.
I'm bringing it up now.
I would have been
to,
like, no,
to
not
hold
gonna
some
happen.
accountability that we have to do it.
Well, last time I was on Trash Taste, or the time before last, I can't remember. I said I'd get a 6-pack.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah. Did that?
I might have failed the bet.
You
To be fair,
didn't donate $100.
I was chess boxing. I was writing a Sunday Times best-selling book. If I'd also got a 6-pack, I would have been
Yeah,
magic.
but that wasn't the bet,
Maybe
though.
you should have just like not said anything.
just don't talk
Just
it.
don't say anything.
I think we should resubmit this bet.
We should do a triathlon.
We should get a 6-pack in.
We should.
3
Yeah,
months.
but part of that would be doing a triathlon.
All right,
Chris.
When is the trial?
Oh, no, there's a bunch.
Oh, wait, no. Chris has had enough alcohol to consider it.
Yeah, you said 3 months.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. 3 months. Yeah.
I'm going to the UK in September though, so I have to be.
Oh,
I'm going to eat like everything. Of course, it's not going to get a 6-pack. But my since the cyclethon in April, my health has steadily gone down the toilet. And the problem is because it's like fucking oven experience outside. I cannot. Usually I do like 10,000 steps a day. I can't do 10 steps a
I'm
day.
doing like 400 a day.
I can't do anything. It's so shit, Japan in summer. This is the first summer I've been here in a while. Usually I fuck off to like Iceland in August and sit in a cave. But this year, because the bar's opening, I haven't been able to go. So now I'm like,
Fuck off and sit in a cave.
Yeah.
roast a clock every
Now you
time
got
outside.
infinite supply of like camembert as well,
Like,
with
yeah.
with a bar.
I sit in my air-conditioned bar eating cheese all day. My health's fucked. I got cholesterol 69 like you. Like, it's not good.
And yet you have the audacity to be like 6-pack in 3 months, gentlemen.
I'm good. If I put my mind to something, I'm good at doing it.
So
you know
triathlon.
this.
We should do triathlon.
Where's the visual in that?
What do you mean? There's
6-pack,
fucking
you'd be
you-
like-
you fucking tearing the waves apart like Moses separating the sea onto the run.
I'm
on
sure
the
that's how
bike.
you envision yourself, Connor. But it's gonna be like,
No, not me.
Chris just said he's going to do a fucking backstroke. And be like, "Ugh."
Is there a rescue boat?
Yeah, of
just
course.
takes a 90-degree pivot.
Yeah.
Where is the cycle? This
There's a
triathlon.
bunch. There's a bunch of places you can do it. There's tons. There's a bunch.
What's in it for me?
You get to get fit.
I'm
You
already
get a
fit.
6-pack.
I'm
You're
already
not
fit.
fit. You're not fit.
Of course I'm fit.
Stand up.
I've drunk a strong 0 and a wine.
Let's stand up with my heart rate monitor on.
I've never heard such a in my life.
Okay.
Give me this heart
Wait,
rate.
what's your heart rate monitor right now?
Ah, it's broken.
What?
Battery ran out.
Okay, let's have a look at your
Can't
heart rate.
calculate such a winning heart rate.
Let's wait. Let's wait and see what your heart rate is. Man.
What's a good heart rate?
Let's not discuss that.
I have no idea.
This is
also don't
resting
know.
heart rate, right?
Yeah.
Resting heart rate. Yeah.
So it should be 70.
Yeah. What is supposed to be a healthy resting heart rate?
70? 60 to 70?
70? Okay.
This is not resting though, Richard.
Oh, you can't even get into your watch. You don't know the password for your fucking silly body.
What is going on right now?
You're 96 right now. Stand up.
Because I'm surrounded by 3 handsome men.
All right,
My heart
96,
rate.
stand up. And I bet your heart rate will shoot up. You're not fit. Okay. All right. Let's have it. And I put your hand on the table.
Hold on. Relax your stomach.
All right.
And now
Relax your stomach. There you go. I saw that.
This is bullying.
115. 113. You just shot up 20 points standing up.
Wait, 113? Resting? What are you, a hamster?
Your watch is broken, mate. What is this nonsense? What is this? Rubbish.
Let me
Broken.
try. Let me try.
Broken.
Let me look.
Yeah.
Hamster, what's yours?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh, shit.
That's probably the shittest, honestly.
I have no idea.
Why would yours be shit? Carl?
What is it? What is it supposed to be?
Probably like 70 for resting.
My heart rate's better than yours. My dad could be up your dad. What is it? Playground.
Are we comparing
shenanigans.
heart rates now?
Yeah, well, my dad's heart rate is...
Where are we? Okay, so you're at, let's wait. You're about 93.
It's gonna
Yeah,
go up.
94. Now
Stand up, then. Stand up.
And then, let's see.
Now do a little jig.
Okay. Did it go up at all?
Nope. 94. 93.
Ah, it's broken.
Yeah.
It's broken.
It's the same.
Yeah, 93, 94.
Ah, shit.
You're shot.
It's
What about gone? What about gone?
it's like it's the 30-year-olds, man. It's the
Yeah.
30-year-olds.
I'm older than you are. When you turn 34, things happen.
Okay, gone. All right.
Life changes. How old are you, Joey?
I'll be 30 next month.
So you're still a kid.
Yeah.
The world at your feet.
Still a baby.
You're not
Give it a
even.
second
You're
to
28,
see what
aren't
the
you?
heart rate is.
If this doesn't go over 100, I'm fucked.
Okay, just tap it and see what is it reading at the bottom?
Oh, you need to unlock it. Wait, what's yours?
91 and stand up.
What is it?
91.
Okay.
Just stand up and just then look at the watch and then just wait for it to update. It should go to like 94. Oh god, okay.
Fucking hell.
You're 104.
Okay.
104. That's quite an increase.
Thank God.
Okay, so I'm the healthiest so far.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, 60
I'm-
to 100
I'm
beats
so-
per minute. All right.
I'm saying mid 30s, man. Mid 30s just hit different.
By the way, do you want to say drinking? Does.
Drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
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 So I'm quite
drinking
hungover
does.
today.
What?
What?
I own a fucking bar. Of course I'm sitting at a bar getting drunk all day.
Okay. Well, I'm at 104 right now. Well, maybe that's Garnted. Maybe I'm at 104. 105.
And you're 28.
There we go. 87.
That's
80,
broken.
All right.
It's
All right.
79, 76, 77.
You're-
Calibrated to you.
You're holding your
You're not
breath.
calibrated. It just reads the
You're
heart
holding
rate.
your breath until it gets to 69.
Holding your breath does not affect your heart rate.
It will after
Your
10
heart
minutes.
still beats when you're not breathing.
Not after 5
All
Okay,
minutes.
75.
Okay. Stand up. Should go to like 80 something, maybe 90.
Oh, yep. 81.
Yeah.
83.
85.
85.
Getting nervous now. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
85.
See?
Yeah, it's the just camera shy, isn't it?
It literally correlates with the age.
Yeah, I guess
you,
so.
have the
Yeah.
you have the lowest, and then
Yeah.
it goes.
It
in
seems
order.
a bit
Yeah.
unfair that you want me to do a triathlon when you're clearly fit and I'll just die.
But I want to do it with you because I think we can both
Because
do it.
you want to have me on a wheelbarrow in my corpse wheeled out.
No.
You want like, oh no, he didn't
It's going to
make
be
it.
dragging you
I
along.
genuinely think you can do it.
Of course I can do it, but I'll be dead by the end.
Yeah, but I'll be dead, but that's the point.
I'll be like, I did it, and then that'll be it.
No.
All right, I'll do it. Do I get any money?
Viewers, how much money are you donating?
Give me all the money.
Yeah. Wait, is this for charity?
The charity is his cholesterol.
Oh, okay.
Cheese boards.
When is it then?
There's like one every like month somewhere in Japan. So, you can do- so actually,
It could be as early as next
I
month.
propose we pick one, lock it in, and then we train for it.
You've seen
I-
the
I
next
can-
That means I
special
can-
right here,
I
guys.
can
What if we all do
choose.
it? Would you all do a triathlon?
I
Yeah.
ain't doing a triathlon.
Trash take
Why not?
special.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm good, dog.
Come on. We could all do a triathlon.
I am not invested enough.
Give me
in
a
my health.
telethon, and I'll do it. But
No. Okay, we get the telethon at the end. Why you can all cycle 40k and run 10k,
Yeah, but I don't want to.
but it could be great content.
And then
all
we
get
can go to
through.
the
That's
Yakisugi
true.
tree.
Yeah.
I'd much rather do that than the fucking triathlon.
a
You can
9-hour
fuck
hike
off. You
would be
can hike up to that
miserable.
tree.
I'll do it then.
You
I'll do
die
it.
on the way up to
Okay,
the
if we
tree.
do a triathlon, you have to hike to that tree.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
I was gonna do it anyway, so I'm good.
All right, okay.
What's the
should,
triathlon? How much? What
So
do you need to do?
1.5k swim,
Yeah.
10k run,
Yeah.
and a 40k cycle.
I can do the last two easily.
Actually, the swim sounds the scariest part.
Yeah, I was.
There's
That's
like-
what I was
there's like-
saying.
But you can do it
follow boats.
slowly.
Yeah, and you can breaststroke it. You can take
I
it-
can do this. It's easy.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. Then let's do it.
Wait,
What's
is
the
it-
time limit?
Yeah.
There is no time limit.
So it could
Yeah.
be days.
Well, you obviously just do it within like 8 hours. You're right.
What's like the world record of
Don't look at the
triathlon?
world record. Look at the average.
I'm just curious.
average
I'm
time.
just
No,
curious.
the world
I'm
record is
just
probably like
curious.
20 minutes.
What is the speed run strat?
What fucking swim fast, run fast? Like an hour 50.
An hour 50.
What's the average time for
Jackie
triathlon?
Gallagher of Australia.
21:36. There you go. You can beat that. 21
Average
minutes.
triathlon.
It's probably like 5 hours or something.
6
6
and a
hours.
half
6 hours.
Yeah.
So
No, that's a half Ironman. That doesn't count. That's not what we're doing. We're not doing a half Ironman.
what's
We're
a
doing-
respectable triathlon time?
What is it? Olympic triathlon time? Average Olympic because it's the Olympic rules that we're going.
Okay,
by.
average Olympic
Type
triathlon
it
time.
average Olympic. Well, I'd hope it
It's
doesn't.
going to give you Olympic athletes.
Yeah, I
then.
hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
Hour and 45.
No, it's the Olympics.
It's the Olympics.
What's that drop down there? Click that one.
We're talking about
God, you're pouring that so
triathlons and
delicately.
getting fit while it's fucking pouring another
So much
wine.
left.
Okay, 2 hours 45 to 3:10.
Because for us to cycle 40 kilometers would probably take 2 hours, I think.
Well, what
then
pace
10
were we going at the cyclethon?
Yeah, it would take us about.
It was like 10 kilometers every half hour, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it would, and it would probably take 1 hour 30 if you're really sweating it.
Yeah.
Can
I
we
think
do
2
it
hours-
somewhere like Okinawa?
Yeah, of course you
And
can.
sit on a beach
There's
afterwards.
Yeah, of course. There's
It's be hot as fuck, though.
There's
winter.
a big one they do in Toya in Hokkaido as well.
Yeah, don't do it. There's bears.
It's in Toya.
Bears.
Toya has no bears.
There's fucking bears.
Toya has no fucking
Oh,
bears.
triathlon and outrun a bear at the same time.
Oh, you'll finish
Part
it
four.
fast.
Yeah, that'd fucking help. We need that.
The third part of the triathlon, you have to escape the brown
You can
bear.
do like Lake Toya swim,
Oh, yeah.
which is a nice swim.
With the bears.
And then you get the onsen at night with the ryokan. I think it's genius. I think this is a
Wonderful.
winning
All
formula.
right, well, that is the next special planned. Next wacky weekends, right, guys?
Yeah, next wacky
Yeah.
weekend.
Triathlon edition.
wacky heart attack.
I'm glad you rephrased it to wacky weekend, so
Yeah.
we don't have to get involved. It's just these two
Joey saw the light flash before his eyes for a
Yeah, I
second
was like,
there.
trust this, but I was like,
Yeah.
We can get that heart rate lower, Joey. We
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
it at a good rate.
that's
bro,
a good rate right now. I'm fine.
I'm-
You're a little close to the edge. You're a little close.
Bro, you're like 105.
Taking it back.
What?
A bit.
No, I'm at 80, bro. Look at me. I'm a hard 80.
All right.
Rock
I'm
hard at
sufficiently drunk. Do you want to play some games?
Yeah, let's.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Hey, look at all these patrons though. I'm sure
Expired
they're
nuts.
Yeah.
they're expired nuts.
Yum.
But hey, by the way, every single week over on the Patreon, we do Patreon exclusive content. And for this week, Patreon viewers, you'll have a special one because for the next couple.
We're gonna drunk record.
Because for the next couple of weeks on the Patreon, we are going to be having this motherfucker coming with us. So
gonna
it'll
be
be our
very
first
drunk.
ever guest Patreon stuff. Probably also the most drunk
Yeah.
Patreon.
I was the first
recording.
ever guest on Trash Days, right?
You were.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now you're going to
you
be the
were.
first
Wow.
ever guest on our
Patreon guest.
Patreon.
Yeah.
exclusive
I
I thought
content.
Buckingham Palace was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's
But
get to it.
All right.
hey, let's you can check out a little bit of a clip here. Mudan, roll it. All right,
Arts and literature.
Here we go.
All right.
Literature.
Yeah, right. Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck. Oh
J.K. Rowling,
fuck
innit?
off.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Who likes the Hunger Games? It's
Megan
shit.
Riz.
Megan Riz.
Megan Riz? Shit. Oh, we all said.
Shakespeare, innit?
Yeah.
I didn't actually know this one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it sounded like the most.
I love the Hungry Games. Fucking Hungry Games right now. I've had lunch.
Television, it's all in entertainment.
But hey, if you want to check that out, as well as a bunch of other Patreon exclusive content every single week, make sure to go over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify.
I'm gonna see us get like progressively drunker during like the recording sessions over
this
the
is
week.
I've drunk this and wine.
No,
I'm
I'll
fucked.
crack this open. I'll crack this
You're a
open.
bar owner, doesn't you? Like you're building up your tolerance, Chris.
Come to my bar.
All right,
Sorry,
bye.
See me at the bar. See you
Bye.
there. Let's get drunk together.